What is battlecourt Jai-Alai? The world's fastest ball sport, and so much more. Jai-Alai is played inside a 3-wall court that measures just 120 feet long by 33 feet wide. The game is played with a hand-woven wicker basket called a cesta and a Jai-Alai ball. The ball is as hard as a rock, and it travels around the court at an average speed of 150 miles per hour. Players will crash into the sidewall or throw themselves onto the concrete ground without a single layer of padding just to get to it. Jai-Alai is like playing baseball if you had to catch and throw with just the gloved hand. And it's a rally sport, kind of like tennis, but much more dangerous.
Manny, there's a Karen Bradley on the move, breaking, he got there, blast the forehand, everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit by the ball.
Jai-Alai is played as a singles match or as a doubles match. The match winner is the first player or doubles pair to win 2 out of 3 sets played to 6 points.
Gaucheri up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Gaucheri picks it up in the front court, whips it inside.
Right, another
one.
Did it
he
again.
Made it.
2 times back to back. That's freaking crazy.
Here's Gaucheri, 2-wall return. Douglas reaching outside. Powerful forehand at the feet is missed for the win.
Point, set, and match.
Point, set, and match.
That's
Douglas.
respect.
Every point rally begins with a serve, then the players alternate catching and throwing the ball. While a point is being played, the ball can hit any of the court walls, but it cannot bounce twice on the ground. Simply put, the object of the game is to catch one more ball than your opponent, or better yet, to fire the ball so it can't be caught. When a player cannot successfully return the ball to the front wall, then 1 point is awarded to the opposition and the next rally begins with a new serve. A battlecourt game day consists of 6 matches, and the team that wins the most matches wins the day. Pick your favorite team, doubles pairing, or singles player, and cheer for them all season long. Or up the ante and bet on it. Battlecourt Jai-Alai allows for wagering on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. The ball is lethal, the game is lightning fast, and the action is limitless. This is battlecourt Jai-Alai.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jai-Alai. Live from Jam Arena, tonight's regular season finale will bring us the Chargers and Cyclones. And with that, I'd like to welcome everybody back to the final regular season edition of this Spring 26 Battlecourt season. I'm Andrew Bleckman, joined alongside Stu Nyman to bring you tonight's contest between the Cyclones and Chargers. We know both of these teams are going out of the playoffs, but we still got a lot to decide in terms of the seeding. Getting started here with some Division II doubles. That's Jairo and Manu for the Cyclones. And they will take on Iturbide and Amigarena of the Chargers.
Andrew, as always, I appreciate that introduction and looking forward to getting things here started. There's the serve. We've begun. Rabote, forehand by Jairo. He's looking to pass. Amigarena cuts it off at the 10 line. Manu with the catch. Now Amigarena. You know, it threw me off right there. Obviously, I knew that it was Amigarena that caught it, but both Jairo and Manu had giant smiles on their face, like there was a joke. And I'm really curious to know what the joke was. So with your investigative,
I know
nature,
what the joke was. I don't think it's appropriate to bring it up on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. You'll share it with me in between sets.
Yeah, we'll share it with you.
Okay. Here's the backhand by Manu. Outside placement will score from the forehand of Iturbide. Iturbide and Migarena, the Chargers, on the board first. Iturbide serves. Well, Iturbide's not telling any jokes. He's throwing shots.
All business to start this one off, and what an outside placement that was. The last couple of weeks, Iturbide hasn't been as aggressive as he started the season, as there's an overserve.
Paul, overserve. Second serve must be good.
And again, aggressive in terms of shot making. His positioning is always very aggressive, and he's willing to cut off a lot of balls there on the inside, but the 2-hole hasn't been opening up quite as much, and the shot attempts are really just way down the last half of the year.
Rebote left side by Migarena, the safe play. Keeps it inside. Backhand by Manu. Manu again to the inside. Migarena lets it pass. Rebote 2-all opens. Is stopped by Jairo on the forehand. Oh, what a catch by Migarena. Here's a backhand by Manu. Rebote save to the outside. Iturbide turns a difficult save into a shot and a point. 2 points for Iturbide and Migarena, the Chargers. Iturbide serve.
Well, the same type of shot. I think one just had a little bit more intent than the other. I mean, that time Iturbide's getting into the sidewall. He's running out of space. He flicks it up to the outside, maybe because that was the only place he could land it in, and just got by Jairo. That was really well done.
Low runner. Clean miss in the front. Manu on the bounce. Picada, big bounce. Brought down by Migarena. Higher on the catch. Here's the backhand from the 6. Rebote, that's that rebound off the back wall, comes out. Manu's there. Migarena up high. Migarena now from the 10 line. Rebote by Iturbide, picked up on the scoop. Rebote coming out. Jairo makes a save on the right side. Iturbide lets it pass. Manu goes wall-to-wall from the left side. Rebote forehand by Iturbide to the 9 line. Manu is there. Jairo reaches in. Backhand from the 7. On the wall the whole way. Caught and returned by Migarena. Manu advances, takes it in the air, pumps the backhand. Jairo stops it, midcourt, low hard backhand, cut off by Iturbide. Jairo read that one well, gets it. The drop shot will score. Well played. Jairo and Manu of the Cyclones are on the board with the point. Jairo serves.
Well, the drop shot is one of the most penalizing. If you don't score with it, I mean, look at where Jairo's able to get this ball. I mean, right off the release, it just hits a little too high. He catches it nearly shoulder level, and just perfect execution on the return. I mean, Iturbide has to respect the shots from Jairo, which he has been throwing a lot more the last couple of weeks, and actually more costados than we've ever seen from him. But that time kept it inside perfectly, just above the pad, and it's the Cyclones on the board.
Low hard serve by Jairo is good. Manu's looking for the rebote. He plays it high. And Migarena moves in, backhand. Rebote forehand by Jairo. Outside placement, outside of play. A third point for the Chargers. Iturbide and Amigarena. Iturbide serves.
And looked like a lot of intent behind that throw, and Jairo apologizing too back to Manu. I mean, he went for the outside placement there. It's just very difficult when you're that close to the side wall. It's hard to get the arm in the right spot. And that one was, I mean, that was way wide.
Low runner to the inside. Scoop by Amigarena. Jairo powerfully from the left side, down low. Backhand now from Amigarena. Manu takes it on the forehand. Jairo stops it on the bounce. Cortada scores. 2 points for the blue shirts, Jairo and Manu. Jairo serves.
And this is a great cortada. You see that rebote comes more to the outside than Iturbide would have wanted. No hesitation. A little bit of space clears, shoots it, and it's right between both Chargers. That's great execution by Jairo, getting that second point.
The hard serve by Jairo. Here's the backhand. Rebote forehand by Iturbide. Thrown powerfully and stopped by Manu. Iturbide calls for the rebote. Lays it up. Here it is on the forehand of Jairo. Jairo low and hard to the inside. Iturbide is there. Rebote. The rebound off the back wall. Play to the inside. Manu takes it on the bounce. Backhand to follow. To the corner, out to the rebote. Iturbide sends this one flying. Rebote coming right up the middle. Jairo lets go of it. Just blasts it up the middle. Here's the backhand by Amigarena. Manu to the inside. Headed to the corner, out to the rebote. Rebote forehand, play to pass, dropping. Rebote forehand by Jairo. Again played to pass, coming out. Rebote by Iturbide, down low, scoop on the left side of Manu. Amigarena from the 10 line. Powerfully, wall-to-wall up high. Jairo sends another one back. Rebote for Iturbide, play to the inside. Manu takes that right off the side wall, just behind the 8. Here's Amigarena. Rebote left side, big bounce. Brought down by Manu. Rebote dropping, saved by Jairo. Iturbide moves in, winds up. Inside placement attempt, caught the pad. And the pad is bad. We're tied up 3 points apiece. Jairo has the serve for the Cyclones.
And not surprised that we've seen some of these longer exchanges, and particularly in the backcourt. I mean, you got Manu and Amigarena, 2 of the best on the roster this year with their catch rate. Manu ranks 2nd, Amigarena 4th, both at 97% plus. So it all comes down to the front court play, really. Jairo's been pretty aggressive, and again, Iturbide just hasn't. I mean, remember back early in the season, it seemed like every shot he was throwing would score, whether inside or a 2-wall. It's just not the same right now, and that one, I mean, well low into the pad.
It's really a question, especially with the highest level backcourters that we have here with Manu and Amigarena. All 4 players are playing the same game. in the same point. But the two backcourters are keeping it difficult for themselves in the back, but also trying not to set up the opposing front quarter for the shot.
Just like that.
So they're doing two things at the same time. Carom by Jairo is out. That's a 4th point for Iturbide and Amigarena. Iturbide has the serve. So
what was well
it's not even
illustrated.
just traditionally. It's like even here, it's like volley, volley, volley until the front quarter feels that he has a shot, either that's plainly obvious, like to, I'm going to say to us because we're sitting here, like the inside's wide open or the outside's wide open. May be obvious to us. It may not be obvious to him because he's playing Jai-Alai and isn't aware of it, or until he can make a shot happen.
That extends the streak. Those Caroms have just been kicking wide. Look good out of the basket.
That's a scoop by Amigarena. Powerful backhand to the corner. Robote forehand to the inside. Robote saved by Manu. Iturbide cuts it off. 2-all.
Yeah,
Opens wide and scores 5 points for Iturbide and Amigarena. Possible set point.
We'll just look a little more confident on this one. And you see, talking about the opportunity, he forces a rebote from Manu, makes the catch in the air, and it's in the middle of the service box. That's the shot-making zone. If you can make a catch up there in the air and you're moving forward, I mean, we don't know the numbers, but I'd say, 70, 80, maybe even higher than that percentage of shots scoring from up there in front of the 6 line.
Fault under serve. Second serve must be good. And can't overstate the, you have to feel it. And a good part of it, oddly enough, is where we talk about when a player catches a ball, when they have that control. If you catch it perfectly and the ball stops exactly where you want it to, much easier to go for that kill shot than waiting to settle the ball in the cesta and throw it. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
If you're trying to control it in the cesta, you're not going to throw a shot because you don't have control. Robote to the inside. Manu's there. Beautiful catch at the side wall. There's so many nuances when it comes to, especially this question that we've answered quite frequently this year, or tried to answer, is why all the volleying? Why all the volleying? There's so many reasons that go into it. All legit, and they vary player by player. Big backhand by Iturbide. Outside placement, read by Iturbide. Iturbide fakes the cortada, puts it back. Manu will save the rebote. This point's still going. Big bounce from the 10 line to the inside. That's in play. Iturbide winds up. Scoop by Manu. Powerful forehand. Robote. High bounce. Hard throw. Scoop by Manu on the left side. Low runner. Tipped in the backcourt. A 4th point for Jairo and Manu. Jairo serves.
Well, forehand, Iturbide goes high. Manu's able to save the rebote, and then the costado goes right up the middle, which Manu scoops right up. The backcourters may not score the points, but they keep the team in it.
Oh, and they
right
set,
there,
but they can set points up.
Absolutely, and right there, keeps it low, puts it at Amigarena's feet, and forces that miss. But 2 clutch catches keeps it going. Now down just 1.
Beautiful serve by Jairo, particularly hard to be inside. Here's Manu, backhand. That ball's on the wall the whole way, not much to do with it. Jairo makes the save on the rebote. Here's a backhand by Amigarena. Manu's there. Rebote forehand by Iturbide. Does not pass. Ball tipped.
5-5.
We're at 5-5. This is set point.
Right
You look
there.
at the Cyclones and how many times we said, or have I said, that the whole concept is slow and steady. Just to continue playing that game, that works. The other team will throw it off the court. They'll miss the catch. They'll feel pressure to throw a shot. just stay there and play your game.
That
Let's
is
see how it finishes off. That ball is tipped off the serve. Point and set to Jairo and Manu. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out, play our next set.
Wow, quite the comeback there by Jairo and Manu. 3 straight points to finish off that set with a 6-5 winner. And really, all the doubles matches this year between the Cyclones and Chargers have been competitive. They've only played 6 doubles matches because we got all doubles tonight. So that's the slate. Division II doubles starting off first, and you're going to see all doubles teams playing. But they've only played 6 earlier in the season. Of those 6 matches played, 8 of the 16 sets were 5-5 between the Cyclones and Chargers. And then the first set of the day here, we get a 5-5 right off the bat, and the Cyclones able to close it out. But that's crazy. 8 of 16 sets that they've played, 5-5. I mean, it just comes down to one singular point there in the end.
It's so hard to explain to the casual viewer, especially if someone hasn't played. And of course, I say this with a little tongue-in-cheek, which I think I occasionally do. But as per this memo that came down at some point, but as a lowly announcer, I have heard the coaches speaking over the years, and I'm talking many years, but specifically here, because each court does play differently, especially this year. It's like, and one of the admonitions that was given to the front quarters about throwing shots was this. It's like, look, you're killing your back quarters. Your back quarters are here going many, many minutes, catch after throw, catch after throw, catch after throw, throw a shot. However, it wasn't that there was an argument with the coaching staff. It was just like, I go to throw the shot, and Coach Sherry was a perfect example of this. My opponent's standing right there. How can I throw a Costalo to the guy, to a Rutia, for instance, as we know is a very good example. So it's been an interesting balance as we've made, or as I've heard. I guess this makes me kind of a reporter.
Yeah.
From what I've heard between the coaches and the players, in terms of, how the back quarters should be moving it along and the front quarters should be killing it. It's been something that's been worked on all season long.
Yeah, we'll give you the scenarios today as well. If maybe we can take a quick peek at the standings. So the Cyclones know what they have to do. If the Cyclones win or tie the game day tonight, the Cyclones will move up to the number 2 seed and play the Fireballs as the 3. That sets up the Chargers as the 1 and the Renegades as the 4 seed. Those would be the 2 semifinal matchups. However, if the Cyclones were to lose this game day, then we would get a rematch. Chargers in the Cyclones would be the 1-4 matchup, and the Fireballs would be the 2 seed playing against the Renegades as the 3. So it's very simple. Win or tie for the Cyclones, they get the 2 seed and play the Fireballs. If the Cyclones lose the game day, we will have a rematch against these Chargers in the 1-4 match.
Each B-Day serves, and we begin the second set with a fault over serve. Second serve must be good.
As we said, it is an all doubles day, so this is a little bit of a playoff preview. All 6 doubles teams play. If we're tied 3-3, then it's a 1-set tiebreaker chosen by the higher seeded team.
Robote to the inside. Manu's there. Higher up high, backhand to the inside. Manu in the corner to make the catch. Tough play.
Crazy good catch.
Manu on the forehand. Powerful backhand by Migarena. Manu's there. Robote. Robote left side to the inside. Catch by Migarena. Robote forehand by Jairo. Migarena. Manu. Straight to the back wall, out to the Robote. Each B-Day winding up. Inside it goes. I'll tell you, if not for that little tap against the side wall that just took, that ball is coming right up the side wall, setting up a more difficult catch for Manu. Beautiful catch by Migraina, taking it off the wall. Manu pulls that off the wall beautifully. The difference between the two, the difference between a ball that's 3 inches from the sidewall and one that is half an inch or skipping along the sidewall is, as far as its difficulty, as far as its beauty, there's a big difference.
Yeah.
Powerful backhand by Manu. Caught in the air by Migraina.
Oh, another great catch.
Manu's positioning is just absolutely impeccable.
He's been on fire.
There's the backhand to the inside. And now Migraina has to catch it and try to figure out where to put it.
I mean, think about that set, too. I mean, Jairo gave away 2 points, and they still were able to win 6-5. I mean, Manu was a big reason, kept them in it at those points where they were backed up 5-3, and then able to close it out.
You're spot on, Andrew. Manu on the catch. Here's the backhand from the 9 line. To the back wall, out to the rebote. Forehand rebote by Iturbide is still in play.
Clean miss.
That's out. First point, second set goes to Jairo and Manu of the Cyclones. Well, that ball came up the middle fast.
Yeah, it did. I mean, unfortunate. That ball was knuckling, and Jairo just clean missed it. I mean, didn't even touch the cesta. Presence of mind to look for that rebote off the back wall, and good thing he did. Got him the point. Iturbide was under tremendous pressure to throw that shot, and again, misses are starting to pile up for him now.
Here's the backhand by Manu, thrown powerfully. That's one of the hardest ones I've seen him throw. Manu again, backhand from the 9. Rebote, that rebound off the back wall, play to the inside. Manu takes it on the bounce. Manu steps up, backhand from the 8. Migraina now from the 10. Into the corner, out to the rebote, saved by Jairo. Iturbide cuts it off, winds up, inside placement. Not inside enough. The 2-wall by Jairo, well thrown to score. 2 points for Jairo and Manu. Jairo serves. Iturbide's drop shot was what, about 4 feet from the sidewall?
Yeah, and also about 4 feet in the air, too, which is just way too bouncy for this drop shot. Again, it hasn't really helped him all too much. A couple of changes the last few weeks, but again, kind of there.
Yeah.
That's when the shot making changed. Remember Iturbide, he still leads the league in kills. He's got 86, but Gaucheri is now at 83. There was a point where he was leading by like 20+ kills, and that gap has shrunken considerably.
Rebote saved by Manu. Iturbide has it. The 2-all stopped by Jairo.
Boy, he's all over that one.
And the return from the forehand of Jairo will score 3 points for Jairo and Manu. The Cyclones. Jairo serves.
Yeah, and maybe we'll ask about the analytics because it was just a feeling. I mean, we just watch these guys. We watch so many teams and players and plays that a lot of it blends in. But at the beginning of the year, every time Iturbide threw a costado, it felt like it scored. The last month, I just don't have the same confidence when he winds it up, and Jairo was all over the 2-wall. He's been all over the inside, and when you're thinking like that, I mean, how do you throw a shot with confidence that can score?
No, it's solid analysis, Andrew. And again, it's one of the things that makes highlight.
Yeah,
how it changes. Well, what we've talked about before. Look, defense and offense can change in the next second. It's not who's in possession of the ball. Powerful backhand by Manu. Iturbide winding up. He got off the 2-wall, but Jairo's there. What a wonderful save by Migraine. A perfect placement. Manu is there. Big backhand. Will come to the rebote. Iturbide there. Big bounce. Brought down by Manu. Manu looking to get it into that corner. And Migraine makes a stop. Low runner. What a scoop by Manu. Manu called for that ball. Backhand from the 9 line. Wall to wall. Iturbide, forehand rebote, straight back. Does not pass Manu. Manu on the backhand. Rebote forehand. Manu steps up, takes it in the air. He passes. Powerful backhand now by Manu. Rebote forehand by Iturbide. That's going to be coming out too. Jairo gets in there. Hard throw. Passes both players. Iturbide 2-all.
Oh.
Lands out.
Well, it looks like we got the back
In.
judge overruling him. It may be worthy of taking a look. I don't know. Seems like the Cyclones are content.
Point 4, Iturbide and Migraine. Iturbide has the serve.
And the reason I say that is the bounce kind of looked like it was lower than normal, and it looked like it just clipped a piece of the wood. That was not a normal bounce there, but I don't know. There's some talk about it. Jairo's not too sure. We haven't seen a lot of challenges this year, so it's not like you're too worried about saving it for later. I mean, this is a pretty good spot here. They would go up 4-0. You don't want to give them any life, and they're going to challenge.
That is being challenged.
It's not like baseball where it's got to be within like 3 seconds of the pitch. I don't know if there's an official rule, but they were debating and they have made the call. So this will be a challenge. It was ruled in by the judge. So this is a case where. If the chief judge takes a look and says that the ball was actually out, the point will go to the Cyclones and they will take a 4-0 lead instead of 3-1. Again, we had a quick look at it. The front judge, who was closer to the ball, called it out. The back judge, who had a better view of the line with his positioning, said that it was in. The bounce was a little strange. That's the one thing that,
Andrew came to this new court. A new court that I have a little bit of familiarity with.
Yeah.
And yes, this concrete pour is next to perfect. However, there are some ledges. But I mean, you measure them by the inch, by the half inch that are next to the wood where it can catch, and it can hit both the wood and the court at the same time, sound like it hit the wood, and bounce like it hit the court.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, with a little bit of a bouncier ball that we've seen, it would be harder to tell close to the boundary. So
100.
Again, there is
that's
a lot
why we saw.
here. Right.
We've more recently seen a couple where even you and I have gone.
Yeah.
We don't share that with the public generally.
But this is only the third challenge we've had this entire year. One of them was overturned pretty quickly. The other one didn't have a great camera view. It stood. This one right here, I mean, it's close. We know it's close.
It's not. We talk about wood. Any contact with that red line is out.
Yes.
Any contact with that red line, and that red line does run right along the edge of the wood. So the wood plays into it, but it's really the red line.
Right. So in theory, if it touches any part of that red line, it would touch the wood, meaning it is out.
Exactly.
It makes it pretty simple.
Exactly.
And again, this is, I mean, it's taken some time, and I can imagine it's close. I mean, we
they want to get it right.
I don't know if we're going to get a replay. This is a huge day. We know what's at stake, and this is the difference between giving the Chargers a little bit of life in this set and potentially, I mean, going down 4-0 is, that's a tall mountain to climb, especially in these top divisions. But we have some time to give you the slate. So coming up next, we'll see Division 5 doubles, then Division 4, followed by Division 3, Division 6, and then the finale tonight will be Division 1 doubles between Inaki and Manu and Zuleika and Amigarena. So that could decide the seeding for the playoffs, and we got 2 teams in Division I, both at 7-2. So that should be a great one to finish it off.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you know, for folks that are familiar with the challenges in other sports, we do have the same baseline that it has to be indisputable and it has to be clear that the ball landed out to overturn this call.
Yes.
So that's, I think, what's maybe taking a little longer. I mean, again, if it was clear, we would, you know, the set could be over by now. So they're definitely debating.
If you have to assess, it's a tough call, because if you have to assess that bounce, has nothing to do with it.
Right.
It's, did it touch the red line?
Yeah.
It could hit the red line and bounce up into the ceiling and into the stands, and someone could get a ball to take with them home. It won't be happening, but
again, to me, it looked like it didn't bounce so much, and it kicked a little further to my right, which would be mean again. But we haven't even seen a replay, as you guys haven't seen one either. So we're just guessing, and these players are getting their steps in back there. I respect that, Stu. You know, just pacing around like you'd see someone on a.
There's no question about it. And there you have 2 vastly different generations of judging there. Of course, we know El Barber there on the right-hand side of your screen.
Yeah.
Been staying up front. And, of course, Rostock in the back, who, my goodness.
Yeah. Well, I see the chief judge coming back, and he's making a call. Wow. It stands as calls. That was the verbiage from the chief judge. So I think after all that, there still wasn't enough to clearly overturn that call. And again, good process at the end of the day. If it's not clear, you can't overturn it, especially not in a game day like this. So it is 3-1. That was the 1 for the Chargers, and they're serving.
Manu on the catch. Backhand. Hard to the left side of Migarena. Powerful backhand. Oh, what a catch on the sidewall. Powerful forehand. Robote. Robote for Jairo. Jairo passes both the front and back. Iturbidé's there. Migarena to the inside. Ball's going way to the outside. Iturbidé's on it. Fires it inside.
Oh,
what a scoop by Manu. Iturbidé calls for it. Makes a save. Manu has it on the backhand. Hard to the corner. Out to the Robote. Manu takes it in the air at the 8. Powerful forehand by Manu. Robote coming out. Jairo, eyes on the Robote, throws it to the inside. That's a tough catch by Migarena. At the 7 line, Manu's there. Manu plays deep. Robote, the big bounce. Inside, Manu stops it on the left side. Backhand. Wall to wall. Manu up high. That's another great catch. Powerful backhand. Robote's coming out. Manu chooses the Robote, plays it for the big bounce inside. Migarena cuts it off. We've been saying, or at least I've been saying, you know, Manu Migarena, because they're just not let anything pass them. Neither are letting any balls pass them in the back.
And even if they do, the positioning's so good on the Robote. I mean,
yeah.
If they decide in a split second, when that ball's released, they can tell where is it going to be, and they move to it or where that Robote's coming out.
Well, and also, the front quarter can call them off like Jairo does there, but Jairo didn't have much of a play on the ball, just kept it in. Manu steps up to take it in the air, forehand. Played to pass, passes to Migarena. Robote inside, played by Iturbidé. Manu, backhand from the 8 line. Robote right up the middle. Iturbidé shoots it to the inside. Beautiful rebote by Manu. Migarena runs to the inside to make the play. Manu passes on the scoop.
Oh.
Turn the forehand rebote at the last second. That fell short, hit the pad. 2 points for Iturbide and Migarena. Iturbide will serve for the Chargers.
And still, sometimes the rebote a little bit unpredictable. You don't want to rely on it, but that was a bullet coming at Manu. Best chance was to step around it and save the rebote. Just tough that he had to make that adjustment from left to right at the last moment. Tough to get enough power and just caught the top part of that pad. And just like that, the Chargers are down 1.
Iturbide is calling for that one. Puts it right up the middle. Manu has it on the forehand. He comes over the top. Picada, big bounce. Cut off in the air before the first bounce by Iturbide. Haro went in for the catch. Ball coming off the side wall, then off the frame of his cesta. We're all tied up. 3-3 here in the second set. Iturbide has a serve for Chargers.
And that's a tough one, too, because Hiro's catching that ball low. He's not going to throw a shot from there. He's just trying to cut one off and maybe put it on the side wall. Then you end up giving it away when Manu's been catching everything behind you.
There's a backhand by Manu. Oh, what a catch by Migarena in the corner. Migarena again, backhand from 10. Hiro, left side to the inside. Manu up high, backhand. Stays inside. Migarena's there. Hiro off the tip of his cesta, right at the 6th line. A 4th point for Iturbide and Migarena.
Again, and I'll say the same thing again. This time, Hiro's a little bit deeper in the court, so even less of a reason. Again, may leave a tough scoop for Manu, but now that he's missed 2 in a row, that's an underserve.
Fault, underserve. Second serve must be good.
But to give away a point on a throw where Hiro wasn't going to do much with it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. On a game day with everything at stake and the Cyclones trying to move up, just let it pass. I mean, Manu's been on fire. It's some of the best he's played all year.
Absolute bullet comes in low. Migarena hangs it well.
And that right side's giving him Migarena trouble, too. He scooped that right
save. Hiro lets it pass. Manu is there from the 8 line. Powerful throw, wall to wall. Rebote coming out to the side wall. Iturbide makes the play. Here's Manu, soft backhand 2-wall. Caught in the air by Iturbide. The return caught by Manu. The blast from Manu is stopped by Migarena. Iturbide calls for the rebote. Mid-court at the 9. Manu goes deep. Migarena on the catch. Here's backhand 2-0.
No.
That lands out. 4-4 is the score. Hiro has the serve.
Well, that may be a case where the bad backhand 2-wall by Manu actually won the Cyclones the point there. I think that gave the thought to Migarena. He's like, you know what? We haven't seen a lot of backhand 2-walls. The space is there. Hiro's been aggressive with his positioning. But again,
that
what
thought
we've
should
seen...
stop with, and that's a good thing. Fault, over serve. Second serve must be good. There's no reason to think beyond. Hey, you know, we haven't seen many backhand 2-walls, whatever you want to call them, Guilleminas. And that's a good thing. We should just, like, let it there. Boom, off the court. Bang, caught on the forehand.
Right, but, I mean, we didn't see any of the first 20 points, and then we see 2 in the next, like, 12 throws. It may have been some inspiration from Manu. Reverse psychology, whatever you want to call it.
He's an inspiring fellow. He is. Forehand. Played to the right side of Manu. Manu from the 9 line, powerfully, wall to wall. Iturbide makes a save with a hop. Manu's there. Manu, a little lower, a little harder. Oh, what a catch by Migarena against the back wall. Jairo, rebote.
Oh, man, what a catch.
Yeah, Manu turned it up a notch now. Everybody's kind of on notice. Rebote by Jairo. Inside, big bounce brought down by Migarena. Manu powerfully. Rotate forehand. Manu takes it off the wall. Backhand to the inside. On the wall the whole way. Ichibide looking to get some height. Juggling is ruled on Manu. 5th point for Ichibide and Migarena. Possible set point. I think I can count on one hand the times in my life since he was 19 that I have said that.
Yeah, well, you can see right there. Thought he got away with it, but the back judge saw
That's
that.
a tough call. That's a
You're gonna
very
get the
tough call.
Along the side wall, I mean, I think it was unfortunate for Manu there that it popped out at that location.
It did lose contact with the surface. That's
a
the
good
correct call.
Absolutely.
Fault underserve. Second serve must be good.
Well, now the Cyclones going to have to do it again. I mean, they came back down 5-3 in the first set, at risk of going to a third.
Second serve is good. Here's Manu, hard to the inside, real hard. Rebote forehand, played to pass, and it does. Jairo at the sidewall makes a save. Ichibide moving into position with the Costado. Costado 2-all stopped by Jairo. Cortada by Jairo will score. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 5-5 here in the second set. So if Jairo and Manu win this point, they will win the match. The Chargers win this point, move on to a third and decisive set.
Where do you see that 2-wall open up? I mean, Jairo was barely out to the wood. It's got to be 4 or 5 feet more wide than that. Yeah. Again, just hasn't opened up quite the way that Iturbide's done it this year. And, boy, at risk of letting another lead slip away and losing the match now.
Powerful backhand. Jairo on the catch. Backhand from the 6. Hard to the corner, out to the rebote. Ichibide makes a save. Manu on the bounce at the 8. It's a powerful forehand throw caught by Migarena on the backhand. Manu blasts this backhand. Powerful, powerful backhand. Rebote, little clip, caught by Ichibide. Ichibide's 2-all is stopped by Jairo, and that will score. Oh my. Jairo and Manu taking it in straight sets for the Cyclones, 6-5, 6-5.
Look at this catch by Jairo. Again, not opening up, scoops it right up. And look at this forehand, kicking back off the sidewall. Impossible scoop for Migarena, and the Cyclones have done it. 6-5, 6-5. They win the opening match of this game day. We're going to Division 5 doubles up next. It'll be Jeden and Unda against Egi and Julin.
As soon as that highlight ball leaves the cesta, you can't blink because every second is packed with action. Keep up with the world's fastest ball sport all game day long with bets on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. Find your favorite team or player and get in on the action with DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of the World Jai-Alai League. The crown is yours.
And let's check out that game day score reflecting the win by Jairo and Manu. Remember, it was not too long ago that team was at the bottom of this division. They rattled off 3 wins in their last 4 matches to finish up with a 4-6 record. In good form as the Cyclones head on to the playoffs. Again, depending on if they win or tie this game day and lose the game day, well, that'll change up who they play in the playoffs. Jairo and Manu over in the cage. We'll get to them first after that win. Congratulations, guys. Very well played. We'll start with Manu. I mean, Manu, the level that you played today was just phenomenal in the backcourt. I mean, you know everything that's at stake, but how are you feeling about the way that you handled their role back there tonight?
Yeah, I'm happy with my game. I had in the middle of season, I was not playing my best, but right now I think I'm playing pretty well. We get confidence again with Jairo because we had some loose games. So now we are playing good communication, and that's it. We are happy with the win.
And Jairo, for you too, I mean, your play the last couple of weeks has really skyrocketed as well. What has been the key for this turnaround within this team?
Well, never give up. I mean, I always say the same thing. I mean, we knew that we were not playing good, so just keep practicing, keep trying, and now we are playing a little bit better, much better, I could say.
Absolutely, guys. Well, congratulations and good luck in your next match in the playoffs. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right, Jeddah and Unda coming up next for the Cyclones. They will take on Egi and Julin, this Division 5 battle. So Egi and Julin won the first matchup, played earlier in the regular season. That was a straight set win for Egi and Julin, but 6-5, 6-5. So as we said, a lot of the sets between the Chargers and Cyclones earlier in the season in doubles were 5-5. 8 of the 16 sets played, and the first 2 sets in the opening match were both 5-5 there. Second match of the day, Chargers hoping it's a 1-1 tie. Cyclones hoping to extend this lead, get their second win.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin our second match on the game day. Jedden will have the serve for the Cyclones. Jedden serves. We begin. Julin from the backhand. Robote for Jedden. Jedden plays Robote up the middle. Egi has it. Unda backhand from 9-line. Julin powerfully from the backcourt. Julin, beautiful catch. Robote forehand by Jedden. Julin steps to the outside to make the catch. Long carom is out. First point of the first set goes to Jedden and Unda of the Cyclones. Here, the difference, we've talked about this before, between coming sidearm, the sidearm carom, which we talked about, which that wasn't, but the more 3/4 or over the top with the way that this particular ball bounces, more over the top, more 3/4. The more sidearm, the more it opens straight to the outside.
Yeah, when it hits the front wall, it just opens it up. Kind of like that.
Carom scores. 1-1. Egi serves. Illustrating the point perfect. I mean, that couldn't work out any better.
Well, we've just seen it the last 3-4 weeks now. It's just if you throw a carom or any right side, it will open up off the front wall, whereas the last 8 seasons or 8.5 years, it just wasn't.
Fault, over serve. Second serve must be good. Lots of changes, moving to a new building, a new address. Even these desks, Andrew. I mean, have you ever seen such a desk?
That's just beautiful.
Powerful backhand. That's a low runner by Unda. Unda overhead on the right side. Julin, good catch at the 10-line. Unda looking for the Robote. He makes the save. Egi aggressively. Drop shot. Unda read it. Got it on the right side. He flips it back. Juggling on Julin in the backcourt. That's a point for Jedden and Unda. They have 2. Jedden serves.
Oh, look at Unda. I mean, you love his effort day in, day out. He will track down any drop shot, and he gets to this one and forces a pretty awkward catch. I mean, Julin's reaching on the floor. It's bouncing around his basket. And again, another good juggling call by the back judge.
Powerful forehand played to pass by Julin. Jedden Gets to the inside. That's a fine forehand rebote. Karam, light touch. Not light enough. That's out. 3 points for Jedden and Unda. Jedden serves.
Well, I think you made a good point on that, Karam. He didn't throw it all too hard.
No.
He definitely took something off of it to try to keep it in bounds, but still, it's that reaction with the front wall. Typically would stay inside, but now it's just opening it up wide.
See how he's throwing it? It's sidearm.
in that sidearm.
It's a number of players. Throw more 3/4 or more over the top.
Yeah.
Ball will do what you want it to do. Fault under serve. Second serve must be good.
And it's not singling out Julian. We can go back and look at 15 to 20 examples the last
100%.
2 weeks
Absolutely.
where we've seen a Karam hit the wood in the air. Oh, double fault.
Double fault. That is a loss of point. Eggy and Julian have 2 points for the Chargers. Jedden and Unda with 3. Eggy serves.
Cyclones are pretty fearful of Eggy, and I mean, rightfully so. A lot of these points, they're playing Julian here in the backcourt.
But he's such a nice kid.
Right, before you would think, hey, just blast the rebote and let Eggy beat you. Yet, not against Jedden. He's dominated the matchup this year.
Ball tipped at the 7 line. A 4th point for Jedden and Unda of the Cyclones. Jedden serves.
But again, inexperience, one of the newer players to battlecourt, so he does lack some of these playoff-type atmospheres and games, but just hasn't had a lot of opportunities.
Julian advances to make the catch. Low and hard from the forehand. Unda with the scoop and the big backhand to follow. Rebote at the side wall, drops down and scores 5 points in the first set for Jedden and Unda. Possible set point.
And the key that time, that ball was right on the side wall as Eggy tried to play the rebote. I mean, you can blast the
dropping.
backhand.
It's not and dropping. That
On the way down.
Yeah.
It's like catching the ball crossing the sidewall on the way down. Very difficult.
Scoop by Unda. Rebote left side.
Oh, got to get up.
Catch by
Juggling.
Juggling is the catch, is the call on Julian. That is point and set for Jedden and Unda. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out, play our next set. There was so much going on during that. I wasn't sure what to announce.
It was a light whistle, too. You know, sometimes.
No. Not what happened. There was so much activity with Unda having made that scoop and blasted it. And See, I love highlight, and I'm sometimes distracted by the play.
Yeah, right there. That's you get that call. Tell you what, the camera doesn't lie, Stu.
Well, I can tell you what Julian was looking at. He's looking at the same thing we just saw.
It was saying.
Yeah.
It wasn't a
both
juggle?
Julians.
Is that what he's saying? He's saying it wasn't a juggle?
Oh, no.
Or maybe just looking.
No.
Okay.
Believe me. And for the most part, if a highlight player disagrees with the call, it depends on the player. Some will quietly, just disagree and say, hey, I don't think that was correct. Others will make their position known.
For sure.
And look, there's money on the line. There's championships on the line. There's lots of stuff on the line. In addition to when you play a game at this level, you want it all to be correct. The problem is you're playing a game where the ball moves so fast, it sometimes exceeds the human eye's ability to pick up on certain things. And
that's why you got the challenge, Cyclones already took their shot.
Because we've had this judge conversation since the beginning, right?
Okay.
So I decided to watch MLB.
I'm worried.
I decided to watch MLB recently.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
I thought that I was being, sorry, not as an announcer. I thought that director of highlight operations was being a little difficult about certain things. Not even close. My goodness.
Oh, it gets pretty heated out there in baseball.
3 things that I watched. This wasn't Billy Martin back from my days. This was someone recent. It was like, wow, okay. We are ready to begin our second set. Eggy will have a serve for the Chargers. Sorry, I was distracted by Jedden's center tying technique.
He's got the matching Cinta there, though.
Sneakers, Cinta shirt, that man.
Best dressed.
He's always ready to go.
Yeah, no, he is.
Powerful backhand by Unda, and Egi takes off. 2-all. Jedden got out there, made the save. Cortada crossing the wall, stop.
Yep, juggled
But
again.
juggled by Egi up there in the front court. First point of the second set goes to Jedden and Unda. Jedden serves.
And this is not a quicker whistle on a championship day. These have all been juggles. I mean, that ball started and caught it a little deep, had a lot of spin, and you'll see right here, yep, that ball pops out. That one was close, but there was a moment where it just lost contact.
Egi picks that serve, throws the carom, scoop by Jedden. 2-all by Jedden is out. 1-1. Egi serves.
Yeah, I mean, Jed knows exactly what to do. He's got it scoped out. It just took a little too long to develop, and he was committed to the 2-wall. And Egi was moving closer and closer to the boundary, put him under more pressure to throw it, and ended up way wide.
Posture was good, though. And Jedden's been playing really well, though, this second half of the season.
Yeah.
It hasn't always reflected in the score, but he's been playing very well. Fault, under serve. Second serve must be good.
But up in the front court, too, with a Division VI player, less is more a lot of the times. And if you just go with a drop shot there, probably scores pretty easily. But Monday morning quarterback, pretty easy to sit back here.
It's a powerful backhand by Unda. That scores. 2 points for Jedden and Unda. Jedden serves.
Yeah, it's a perfect throw for Unda. I mean, testing Julian on the bounce as opposed to in the air. That's a good recipe for success, and tripped him up to take the lead back.
Julian on the catch. Backhand from the 8. To the inside it goes. Unda's there. Robote. Robote forehand. Excellent catch by Jedden. Robote by Egi. That one was a little wild. Took off. Hit the overhead pad. That's out of play. 3 points for Jedden and Unda. Jedden serves.
Well, at the beginning, we were talking about Egi and how great he's been playing this year. I can't remember a day where we've seen this many unforced errors. I mean, the shots aren't working. He's not been all too involved, and the Robote has been lacking just a bit.
Fault, under serve. Second serve must be good.
Jedden already with a double fault, obviously concerned about laying one up to Egi. But just got to get it in.
Julian in the backcourt. Mid-wall placement. Unda advances. Turns the Robote beautifully. Big bounce brought down by Julian. Powerful throw by Unda. Big backhand now by Julian. Jedden sets up for the Robote. Sends it to the outside. Just wide. Second point for Egi and Julian. Egi serves.
You know, truthfully, what we've seen the last couple of weeks, too, it kind of plays into the Cyclones' hand. If the Robotes are coming out more and Unda can control more of the play here from the back, whether catching in the air or off the Robote, I mean, that's what the Cyclones really want to see. That Robote just a bit wide from Jedden. Oh, tough one. Yep.
Beautiful throw by Unda. The low runner stays low inside, coming to and from the back wall. 4th point for Jedden and Unda here in the second set. They lead 4-2.
That's a perfect throw. I mean, Julian wants no part of it. It's coming into him and crossing the side wall, so the only hope is Egi to save a Robote, and he's coming back and diving onto the ground. That's a low percentage save.
Excellent serve by Jedden is an ace. 5 points for Jedden and Unda. This is possible. Match point.
Yeah. And the Cyclones only need 3 wins today to secure the number 2 seed and within a point of getting their second already.
Egi picks a serve. 2-all. Stop by Jedden.
And he's going to win it on that.
And
Unbelievable.
he catches it and returns it to score. Point set and match in straight sets for Jedden and Unda.
What an impressive win there for Jedden and Unda. Last matchup in the regular season, and boy, that's the best that team has looked here in the spring 26. 6-2, 6-2. They give their second win of the day to the Cyclones. Up next, we've got Division 4 doubles. Jairo comes back out alongside Bradley. They will take on Iturbide and Robin. Let's check out some replays from match number 2. Started off here with a pick serve by Eggy. How about that? This is the 5-2 here. Again, there was so much space to the inside, and Julian was not going to get there before the second bounce. That was just amazing. What a highlight there from Jedden. And again, gets the Cyclones their second win of the day. Let's check out that game day score. 2-0 lead, and there you see the standings in the bottom. Cyclones win or tie tonight's game day. The Cyclones will move to the number 2 seed and take on the Fireballs in the playoffs. If the Cyclones lose the game day, they will have a rematch with these Chargers. Off to a great start. We'll see if they can get their third win. They just need one of these next 4 matches now, Stu, so in a pretty good spot.
I'm impressed.
We will be hearing from our winners, Jedden and Unda. They have made their way over to the cage. Excited to hear what that team has to say after, arguably their most impressive win of the season. Looks like won't have to wait too much longer. Let's hear from them. Jedden and Unda, congratulations, guys. All smiles, and rightfully so. I mean, 6-2, 6-2, a dominant win there. How are you guys feeling from the start?
Just wanted to go out there and just execute everything that we can. We are trying to just put ourselves in position to be in the better seed. We had one job to do, and we did it. And we got one more job to do after this. And Unda has another game, and I have another game. So,
awesome. Jedden, for so many years, I've taken so much joy in picking on you whenever I can. But I got to tell you something. You have played fantastic. You have played fantastic this season. Unda, what's it been like to play with Jedden?
Stop it, Stu. Come on.
What's it like to play with Jedden?
It was good. We learned about one game that I wanted to do everything and I didn't do nothing. You remember that game? I was tired in the floor, but from that date on, I let him do the same job that he used to do during the season, and me, for my case, maintain the backcourt, and that was the game today.
Perfect.
Awesome, guys.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Moving on to our next match here, which is Division 4 doubles. Thanks, guys. Jairo and Bradley will take on Iturbide and Robin. Remember, this Chargers team up at the top of the division, 7-2 record for Iturbide and Robin, just 3-6 for Jairo and Bradley. There's the serve. Match 3 is underway.
Bradley, beautiful catch at the side wall. Here's Iturbide. Rebote left side by Jairo. Iturbide moving in. Quick catch, 2-all. Lands in and scores. Well done. First point of the first set goes to Iturbide and Robin. Chargers. Entirely different type of 2-all, form-wise, than we had seen earlier.
No, absolutely. I mean, he's throwing it with a little more risk, trying to get the ball to drop down and open it up more. Got that one in just inside the boundary.
What was Jedden singing?
Something about the Cyclones.
Okay.
That tune, yeah.
Bradley powerfully from the 8 line. Rebote up the middle. Bradley plays it high to the front wall. Robin is there. Good catch and the backhand. Jairo from the 7 line. Into the corner. Robin's there. Rebote forehand. Iturbide attacks, winds up. The 2-all.
Got it.
Will score. 2 points for Iturbide and Robin. Iturbide Ichibide serves.
Yeah, this is the same front court matchup we saw in match 1, just weaker backcourters, and both players ranked down in Division 5. So again, just a little less consistency here in the back, so you might see Ichibide and Jairo try to play the ball more into the corner and just get some easy points up on the board if they can.
An ace off the serve for Ichibide. That brings the score 3-0 in favor of the Chargers. Ichibide serves.
And for both of these front quarters, too, there's probably a little less pressure in terms of the shot making, because when you're playing against the high-level backcourter, well, the inside's not open either. Here, I think Ichibide and Jairo both are going to have more confidence.
Beautiful throw by Bragley. They say by Ichibide. Bragley with control. The 9 to the outside. Lands out of play. A 4th point for Ichibide and Robin. Ichibide serves.
Forehand just escaping from Bradley, but the right side has been a weapon for him this year. And he's been really solid the last couple weeks with his catching, but that one, just a miss on the throw.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Double fault, loss of point. Jairo and Bragley are on the board with a point for the Cyclones. Jairo serves.
Gets him on the board with a double fault. We've seen those numbers skyrocket as well. I mean, went from below 1% of points to over about, what, 4% of points coming off double faults?
Powerful, powerful serve by Jairo. Handled well by Robin in the backcourt. Robin overhead, backhand from the 10. Bragley, high and hard to the front wall. Robote, that rebound off the back wall comes out. Robote forehand with a hop. Big bounce brought down by Bragley. Robin takes that in the air on the forehand. Robote forehand save. Coming in low. Ichibide's there. Hard throw. Scoop by Bragley. Ichibide makes the catch. Jairo's calling for the ball. Plays the Robote. Catch by Robin. Robin, difficult catch on the left side. Good control. Robin again. Backhand. Rotate forehand fired by Jairo. Stopped and returned by Robin. Ichibide forehand Robote. Dropping. And caught beautifully by Bragley in the backcourt. Ball tipped in the backcourt. That's 5 points for the Chargers. Ichibide and Robin, possible set point.
Yeah, Robin playing great so far back there. You know, he's a streaky catcher. Sometimes he catches everything. Other times he gets into these stretches where he just can't seem to bring one in. Tonight he's been just everywhere.
Last game day, too, if I'm not mistaken, I believe he's had this. It's really 2 good game days back to back so far. What a catch by Bragley. Powerful backhand midcourt. Robin's on it. Hard throw. It's on the forehand of Bragley. Robin's back in there from the 9. Right side. Crossing the wall. Robote forehand by Jairo. Robote forehand now by Ichibide. 2-wall. Robote on the costado of Jairo scores. 2 points for Jairo and Bragley. Jairo serves.
Well, Jairo has only scored, 20 winners across the 9 matches played in this division, so averaging about 2 per match, and none like the Costado 2-0. That is the lesser played of the options for Jairo, and that was just so well done. No chance for Iturbide, perfect execution, and extends the set.
It's a great catch by Robin. He puts it in the middle of the court. Bragley's there. Oh, what a catch by Robin. Stepped up and took it in the air. Keeps it inside. Bragley's there. Jairo's calling for the ball. Plays it back. Robin keeps it on the right side. Powerful forehand. Jairo makes a save. Iturbide moves in, winds up. 2-all.
Yeah, there it is.
To score. Point and set to Iturbide and Robin, winning the first set 6-2.
Well, credit Robin on that point, too, because we were talking with that Division II match, like the backcourters can make an impact. He puts 2 balls at Bradley's feet, so Jairo has to rebote, and then, well, he lays one up. Iturbide moves up, attacks, and makes a play. That's the teamwork and the balance that it takes to be a truly successful team here in battlecourt. It's been very difficult to win 1-on-2. You have to play your individual roles, and Robin catching everything there in the back, and then Iturbide killing it when he's gotten the opportunities. 48 winners thrown by this Iturbide and Robin team, and they've only given up 27 to their opponents. You look at a team like Jairo and Bradley, they've only converted 20 winners and given up 14. So, again, 28 more points that have scored for the Chargers, and you see the difference in their records. Chargers 7-2, and this Cyclones team just 3-6. Now, when they matched up the first time, Iturbide and Robin lost. That was one of their 2 losses to Jairo and Bradley, but it was 6-5 in a 3rd set. Anything could happen on that last point.
Robin has been another one of these players who we've seen start off the season one way and then gradually get used to the court and then play very well at the end of the season. Has been my observation, not backed up by the statistics. And so folks who are out there listening on a regular basis know is that I, for the most part, stay away from the statistics just to keep my eye fresh. I can be easily swayed by numbers into thinking that I'm wrong in an observation. Not in an argument, but I'm saying that if I'm studying numbers, I can easily step off of a position. So the fact that Robote Analytics and Andrew are so on the mark with these statistics, it's always nice when I happen to make an observation and it comes close to what the statistics are actually laying out.
Well, you got to give Ethan a lot of credit. Remote Analytics has been doing great work all season long.
Absolutely.
And this is just about done, Ethan. Last game day of the regular season, and then we got the playoffs.
What does he do during the summer?
Well, he's got a job. No, he works.
Huh.
He's got another. So he does this in addition to. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It watches a lot of highlight.
You got to take him out and buy him dinner. No, so I didn't say I would, but if he comes, I will.
And I will bring something up. Nasty Nate, I know he's watching. He said he was the biggest pelota knower west of the Mississippi. Well, Ethan lives out in Scottsdale, so I don't know. But you are top 2.
Here's the serve. Our second set has begun. Perfect positioning by Robin. He makes a stop. Ball tipped off the scoop attempt. First point of the second set for the Chargers, Iturbide and Robin.
Again, testing Bradley. Just drop it right in front of him. That's what the Chargers have done consistently. These last 3 points, Jairo's got to run all the way back to save the rebote, or Bradley's going for a tough scoop. That's exactly what the Chargers want to see.
The second point for Iturbide and Robin. Iturbide serves. Bragley tracks that perfectly, moves into position. Fine throw. Rebote by Iturbide. Bragley back at the 8 line. Iturbide is there, winding up. Costado off the tip of Bragley's cesta, down low. A third point in the second set for Iturbide and Robin. Ichibide serves.
And Bradley's had this tendency throughout his career that he just kind of watches the ball sometimes as it's approaching him instead of just moving up that half a step
like
that it
a
would have
late
been.
catch type of thing.
Right. I mean, he's just trying to pick it off the ground. And what have we talked about at length the last couple of weeks? It's catching the ball lower is a lot difficult than catching it waist level or waist to shoulder level, we'll say. That's like the strike zone for these backcourters.
That's an ace for Ichibide. 4 points for the purple shirts. The Chargers, Ichibide and Robin. Bradley on the catch. Ichibide on the forehand. Come back to Bradley. Bradley makes a stop on the right side. Hard to the inside. Ichibide's there. Beautiful catch by Bradley at the side wall. Big backhand. Robote up the middle. Ichibide rifles it inside. Bradley's there. Robin back in there to make the catch. Here's the backhand. Robote. Robote forehand by Jairo.
Yeah, another one. I mean, that's 3 in a row. Difficult catches for Robin.
Ichibide, forehand Robote, right up the middle of the court. Bradley is there. Robin takes that out of the air off the side wall. Tough catch. Here's Bradley doing the same. A little lower, a little harder. And what a catch. What a scoop by
Amazing.
Robin.
Boy, he's feeling it.
Robote saved by Ichibide. Jairo. Bradley, great catch against the back wall. Jairo now from the 8 line. Backhand. Ichibide. Inside placement will score on the second bounce. We're in the second set. The score is 5-0 in favor of the Chargers. Ichibide and Robin, possible match point.
And this is the Ichibide we saw through the first 2 months of the year. I mean, so decisive with his shot making and seemingly, I mean, just putting the ball where his opponents are not. And the 2-all was opening up wide. The drop shots were perfectly placed. And this match should give him a lot of confidence looking ahead towards the playoffs.
Fault under serve. Second serve must be good. Bradley on the backhand, powerfully thrown. Robote, the rebound off the back wall. Played by Ichibide, dropping, saved by Jairo. Ichibide's on it. Oh, what a catch by Bradley.
That was a tough one.
Robin, right to the corner. Robote, forehand by Jairo. Ichibide sends it straight back. Bradley, tremendous catch on the right side. Great focus by Robin. And Bradley's there, backhand from the 9. Bradley again. Hard to the inside. Robote forehand to the outside. Tough catch by Robin. Robote 2-all, too much, that's out. There'll be no shutout in the second set. Jairo and Bradley are on the board with a point. For the Cyclones, Jairo has the serve.
Well, not done yet. I mean, a great rally there by all 4 players. And look, the Cyclones taking advantage of some unforced errors. I mean, the first one that they've gotten from Ichibide.
Robin on the catch. Here's the backhand. Robote by Jairo. Picked up by Ichibide.
Oh, he committed.
Inside placement will score for Jairo. 2 points for Jairo and Bradley. Jairo has a serve. Still possible match point here for the Chargers.
Boy, Cyclones are very fortunate. This throw by Iturbide clipped the side wall. The inside was exposed.
That little tap.
Jairo committed, but he was right in position on the poorly thrown 2-wall or the inside placement. And Robin hanging deep, can't get to the drop shot.
Powerful backhand by Robin, will pass. Rabote coming out. Forehand Rabote. Ball tipped in the backcourt. That's a 3rd point for Jairo and Bragley. Jairo serves.
And it gets dangerous in a matchup like this when you've got one higher-ranked player and one lower-ranked player behind you. The Cyclones just going to keep attacking Robin back here, and they're willing to live with the results. I mean, Robin's probably not going to kill one from back here in the corner. So as long as he's making catches and just flicking it back in play, you're going to see Jairo turn it up to even another level here and potentially try to get it to a 3rd set. Oh, that's a tough
Beautiful
grab.
catch by Robin on the left side. Plays back lightly. Jairo, positioning, key. Robin on the catch. Backhand to the inside. Bragley, high in the air. Rabote to the inside. Iturbide sends it back, and Bragley's there. Catch by Robin in the air. Backhand. Jairo calls for it. Dropping. Iturbide attacks, has it on the right side. Hard forehand. Rabote to the outside. Will score. Point set and a hard-fought match taken in straight sets by Iturbide and Robin of the Chargers.
And a strong performance there for the Chargers. Iturbide and Robin finish up their season 8-2. Hard to argue against that success, too. I mean, 8-2 is actually, that's going to be, I believe, tied for the best doubles record of any team in battlecourt. The winner of Inaki Manu and Zuleika de Megarena with a chance, but those two right there, the top of Division 4, the first win of the day for the Chargers.
Yo, check it out. Another promo from Hard Rock Bet.
A Hard Rock Bet promo at the Hard Rock Bet party. That's so meta.
No, that's not meta. That's meta.
You think this is meta? This isn't meta. That's meta.
Hey, what's up, Meta?
Man, you're so meta.
Open the Hard Rock Bet app to see your new promos today.
Hey, another promo from Hard Rock Bet.
Now that is meta.
No, I am meta.
I don't even know which one is the real me. You're meta.
I'm not even sure what that means anymore.
There's the game day score, reflecting that first win of the day for the Chargers, courtesy of Iturbide and Robin. 8-2 win-loss record. Strong team from the start. They finish up at the top of Division 4. They're over in the cage. Let's hear from our winners, Iturbide and Robin. Congratulations, guys. Nice win in straight sets. And Robin, almost a perfect game for you back there, catching just about everything that came your way. How are you feeling about the way you played tonight?
I'm good. It's just they start slow, and at the end of the game they start to heat up. But it's 5 already, so it works for us.
Awesome, Robin. Well, your first win of the day for your Chargers. We'll see if you can keep it rolling up next. Congratulations, guys. Great win.
Thank you.
And a great season, more importantly. We've reached the second half of today's program. That means Division 3 doubles. Inaki and Unda. They will take on Zuleika and Julin.
Never has there been a more fun team off the court.
Oh, I agree.
They do well on the court, but
The Inaki and Unda, you're saying, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah. Great personalities. I mean, we've seen it in a lot of the interviews, and we'll see if they can get the third win of the day for the Cyclones, which would give them the number 2 seed and a matchup with the Fireballs in the playoffs this upcoming Friday. Remember, folks, we are not playing tomorrow or Thursday. We'll be back in action on Friday with a playoff doubleheader. 3 p.m. the first game day, 7 p.m. the second one.
All day long Friday.
You'll be here, Stu?
Of course I will be.
All right. I'll be here. Match number 4. It will be the Cyclones with the serve.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin our next match. Iñaki will have the serve for the Cyclones.
Boy, this match was a marathon the first time they played earlier in the season. Zulaika and Julian won in 3 sets, but 2 of the 3 sets went 5-5. So expect a close one here. Iñaki and Unda with the better record, 6-3 in the regular season.
Julian plays the forehand, high and hard. Robote. Robote fired from the forehand of Zulaika. Here's the backhand. Unda turns to save the Robote, passes the front quarter. Julian takes it on the bounce. Unda backhand from the 9 line. Here's Julian. Robote, big Robote. Fired from the forehand of Iñaki, scooped up by Julian. Unda switches from left to right, fires it inside. Zulaika had the carom, hit the pad. First point for Iñaki and Unda of the Cyclones.
Well, Zulaika going for it early on. I mean, he is one of the more patient front quarters that you will see in battle court, and that's evidenced by just the split rate. I mean, Zulaika touching just about 41% of the throws here in Division 3, and that drops even lower in Division 1. He will make the most of his touches, but again, will allow his backcourt to play a little bit and set up some of these points.
It's not, it's for Zulaika, it's like announcing for us. It's like when you do everything well, you can be patient. Powerful forehand by Julian. Robote forehand now by Iñaki. Outside placement. Underread it, got out there with a hop, fires it back. Difficult Robote save, tremendous control by Julian, keeps the point alive. The carom will score from the forehand of Iñaki. Well played. 2 points for Iñaki and Unda. Iñaki serves. By the way, that was a joke. My phone immediately started flashing, calling WJAL headquarters. Nice knowing you, Andrew.
Well, we saw Unda in the first match, too, tracking down a Dejada, and this time he goes all the way out to the net for the carom. I mean, that's the type of play that you see from Unda. All heart, all the time. Never takes a play off, sets this one up, and allows his front quarter to kill it there with the carom.
Julian from the forehand. Oh, what a catch by Unda. Took 1 step forward, caught it in the air. Iñaki keeps it inside, on the wall. Julian makes the catch. Big backhand by Unda. Rotate forehand, powerfully sent back by Zulaika. Unda again from the left side of the corner, out to the Robote. Robote by Unda. Julian will take it on the bounce at the 10. Iñaki calls for it. Robote up the middle. Julian's there. Unda, beautiful catch behind the 10 line. Julian now on the right side. Iñaki steps in, backhand, wall to wall, out to the Robote. At the side wall, Zulaika's there. Three points for Iñaki and Unda. Iñaki serves. There's a lot of yelling before the ball was thrown.
Yeah, Zulaika was trying to call Julian off, but sometimes you're just too committed to the play, and to get out of the way there, I mean, you see him yelling, but he's already got the ball in the basket pretty much. And just fortunate that everyone is safe.
We said that quite a bit this season. We say that every season. We've been saying it for years, actually. Julian on the catch, backhand, to the inside. Unda from the 9 line. Rabote forehand by Zulaika. Wall to wall. Iñaki makes the play, keeps it inside. Zulaika reaching behind him to make the catch. Here's Unda. Powerful forehand. Zulaika makes the save. Oh, what a catch by Unda.
You're not going to get there.
That scores. 4 points for Iñaki and Unda. Iñaki serves. Whether or not it was intended to go out there, say that it was. Let's see. No?
Yeah, no, that was definitely going inside. Clips it. It's just such a long run.
That's an intervention by the highlight gods in favor of the Cyclones.
Yeah. Well, it's such a long run. I mean, Zulaika's looking inside and protecting up there in the front court and trying to pick one off the wall. It's very hard to stop your momentum and get back out to the rebote all the way where Iñaki is surfing.
Julian from the forehand. Unda's there. Julian will take that on the bounce. Unda, powerful backhand. Beautiful catch by Julian. Rebote for Iñaki to the inside. Julian on the bounce. Iñaki calls the rebote. Plays it from the forehand to pass. Zulaika, eyes on it, sends it back. Unda takes it in the air. Powerful backhand. What a catch by Julian. Rabote, left side. Big bounce brought down by Unda. Unda bringing it over the top. Not getting the bounce he wanted. Here's the backhand by Julian. Julian, good catch in the air. Unda keeps it on the right side, powerfully returns it. Rebote comes to Zulaika. Mid-wall placement, caught in the air by Unda. Returned low and hard on the backhand. Zulaika cuts it off. Costavo caught the pad. 5 points for Iñaki and Unda here in the first set. Possible set point.
Yeah, really that took a lot of time to just set up that opportunity to make a shot. And then when Zulaika got it, just rushed it a bit. And Iñaki was all over it too. So he tries to throw just a perfect 2-all and cuts off a little bit too much and drops it in the pad. 5 straight points. And boy, this Chargers team just seems so defensive, like they're scrambling a bit. There haven't been many opportunities from Zulaika. It's just all power from the Cyclones and keeping them at bay so far.
There's a backhand by Julian. That one's not coming out. There'll be no shutout. A point for Zulaika and Julian. Zulaika serves.
Yeah, they'll take it. Rebote not coming out, hitting low off the back wall. Iñaki not going down to the ground here at 5-0. Gives him the one chance here, extends the set. See what Zulaika and Julian can do with it.
What a serve by Zulaika. Handled well by Unda. Rebote outside placement will score. Point and set for Iñaki and Unda. Takes the first set 6-1. 2 minutes. We'll come back out. Play our next set.
6-1. Iñaki and Unda take the opening set of match 4. Game day score 2-1 in favor of the Cyclones. So a win in one of these next 2 sets for Iñaki and Unda. And that would lock up the number 2 seed for the Cyclones as we head on to the playoffs later this week. Remember that doubleheader, playoff doubleheader on Friday. First game day, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. The second game day, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And of course, we are open to the public for the 7 p.m. one. Don't know yet which of the game days will be played first, but we'll try to get you that answer before the end of the game day if we know. And in a case like this, if the Cyclones could wrap it up like right here, would help get you that answer just a bit sooner. So what does it mean to be a higher seeded team? Well, the playoff format is a best of 7. It's the first team to win 4 matches that will advance into the championship. All 6 doubles teams will play on Friday, just like you're seeing today. If we are tied 3-3 after all 6 doubles teams have played, there will be a 1-set tiebreaker chosen by the higher seeded team of the 2. So where does this become important for the Cyclones? Well, if they can win either one of these next 2 sets or one of the next 2 matches, the Cyclones will get the number 2 seed and play the Fireballs, meaning the Cyclones will have the option, if we're tied 3-3, what match do they want to play as the tiebreaker? Again, seeing is that, and just looking at the records of these teams in the playoffs, the Fireballs have the weakest team remaining. The team CRB and Ikeda just 2-8, and if you can get the advantage there, you're probably looking to play against that team and jumping up into the 2 seed, which means, look, if you get to the championship, you never know. That would be a Chargers Renegades if the Cyclones were to get the number 2 seed. And the way the Renegades have played the second half of the year, I don't think too many people would be surprised if the Renegades would advance, even as the lower seed. A lot at stake here, and maybe a little more clarity after this set. See if Zuleika and Julian can get back into this match.
Zuleika serves. Our second set is underway. Rote saved by Zuleika. He kept pulling her alive. Rotate forehand fired by Zuleika. Caught by Unda. Julian, fine catch at the side wall. Throw back to the side wall. Unda's there. And lets this one rip. Zuleika sends it to the backcourt. Unda makes the catch. Julian steps in. Backhand from the 8. On the wall, and Unda's there. What a catch. Big right side by Julian. Catch by Unda. Zuleika looks for the forehand rebote. Low and hard. Picked up by Iñaki. Rebote forehand by Zuleika to the inside. Unda's there. Zuleika at the side wall makes a stop. Unda, foot on the wall. Here's the backhand. Zuleika going wall to wall off that rebote. Iñaki to the inside. Julian picks it up on the bounce. Rotate forehand, fire to the inside. Rotate left side. Hard throw. 2-all. Scoop by Zuleika. Cortada. 2 bounces ruled before the catch was made. First point, the second set goes to Zuleika and Julian, the Chargers.
Well, it's a 2-all that doesn't score from Inaki, and you talked about those all year long. I mean, you leave yourself vulnerable if it doesn't score. Zuleika makes him pay with a nice carambola. There was a moment when the thought he may have gotten there before the second bounce, but not too much of an argument from the Cyclones.
There's the backhand. Caught by Julian. Good positioning. To the corner it goes. Out to the rebote. Iñaki sends it back. Zuleika, forehand rebote. Unda takes it in the air. Rebote dropping. Saved by Iñaki. Caught by Zulaika on the fly. Like literally, he flew into the side wall there. Big right side by Julian. Linda scrambling. Makes the rebote save. Julian, excellent positioning. Hard throw. Linda has it. Rebote forehand. Caught in the air by Zulaika. Cortada. Stopped by Iñaki before crossing the wall. Karam lands out. We're tied up, 1-1. Iñaki serves.
Been very passive for the Cyclones early. I mean, just making defensive saves, defensive plays, not really taking it to the Chargers as much as they were in the first set. Well, it's that Karam again. Well thought out. Great opportunity. And that the miss has been consistent.
Iñaki will have the serve here for the Cyclones. So we're tied up 1-1 in the second set. Powerful backhand by Julian. Oh, what a catch at the side wall by Unda. Forehand rebote powerfully thrown by Iñaki. Julian makes a stop. Unda in the backcourt over the top. Fires it. Outside placement. Caught in the air by Iñaki. Karam by Iñaki. Lands in and scores 2 points for the Cyclones. Iñaki and Unda.
Well, here he goes, Stu. He came a little more over the top on this Karam. I've been waiting for this. Here it is. It's going to be illustrated so well. It's this, and he finishes, and it drops down into the floor, because when he released it, I was like, oh, that's a little high. But then you think about the arm angle, and you're like, that's going to drop down a little sharper.
Now I know how some couples feel. It's like, we've been together so long. Won't you just take my word for it at this
There you go.
point?
Yeah.
I mean, that's really what it is. Now you've seen it. Now
I've seen it, Stu.
I promise you. I'm not trying to sell you on something that doesn't exist. The placement to the inside will score. Tied up at 2-2. Zulaika has a serve for the Chargers.
Keeping it low, get it on the ground, into the backcourt. Less likely that Inaki's able to save a rebote, and puts a lot of pressure on Unda. He knows it's him or nothing.
That's an ace for Zulaika and the Chargers. 3 points. They lead 3-2. Zulaika serves.
Well, in the first set, Zulaika was being aggressive, but almost committing like too hard and getting himself out of position. Now it feels like he's playing more of his game down here in Division III. He's going to rely on the backcourt a little more, but he does more damage than just about anybody up in the front when he gets the right opportunity.
What a serve by Zulaika. This one's stopped by Unda. Hard throw. Fine save. Unda makes the catch overhead. Outside placement over the top. Karam caught the pad. 3-3. Iñaki serves for the Cyclones.
And I'll tell you what, there's been 2 Karams in this set that Zulaika would really love to have back. Could be 5-1. Instead, it's 3-3.
Whereas last time we saw him play, he was flawless on them.
Yeah.
What's the difference between 2 days?
Day to day. Yeah.
I don't know.
Just like in baseball, you know, one time you watch a guy, he hits 3 home runs. The next time he strikes out 3 times. You say, what, is that the same guy? Yes. I mean, and it's very similar in highlight, because it's all about consistency, what separates the best players. Point to point, yeah, you may see some stuff, but over the course of a season, these guys rise to the top. Like
Costello 2-all is beautifully executed there by Zulaika. 4 points. The Chargers. And you're absolutely right, Andrew. On a day-to-day basis, when you're watching highlight players, it's the consistent players are the ones that you just recognize. They do basically the same thing every day, but they are as affected as everything else that affects human beings as anybody.
Right. And my favorite is when you get someone tuning in, they're like, well, that guy's way better than this guy. It's like, well, the context is probably everything. Who was their partner? What was the situation? And tip ball there.
Ball tipped. A 4th point for Iñaki and Unda. 4-4 is the score. Iñaki serves. No, it's so true. It is absolutely so true. Fault, over serve. Second serve must be good. Julian on the catch, sends it high. Wall to wall. Iñaki for the rebote to the inside. Beautiful catch by Zulaika. Unda gets in there. Backhand. Like a bullet to the back wall. Saved by Zulaika. Iñaki picks it up on the bounce. Inside placement. Julian takes off. Got there before the second bounce. Hard throw from the right side. What a scoop by Unda. And here's Zulaika. On the wall the whole way. That's beautiful. Iñaki to the inside. Julian's there. Beautiful catch by Unda. Good positioning. Hard backhand. Zulaika, low and hard. Unda will take it on the bounce, deep in the backcourt. Oh, off the frame of Julian Sesta. That ball goes. 5 points for Iñaki and Unda of the Cyclones. Possible set, possible match point.
And really, backcourt play has been a big difference in this match. Unda has been really solid, and coming into this one, Julian actually has a higher catch rate. It's just the splits. I mean, Julian has a big right side, which he catches a lot. He's very consistent with it, but here in a higher level doubles match, you play more left side with that ball closer to the side wall. And that was just a bullet. I mean, came to his right side, but how do you see it? How do you catch it?
Placement to the inside will score for Julian. We're at 5-5 in the second set. So if the Chargers, Zulaika and Julian win this, we'll move on to a third and decisive set. If Iñaki and Unda win this one for Cyclones, the match is done.
Just a miscommunication. Both players talking, neither player getting to that ball.
Oh, what a serve and what a catch by Unda. There's Zulaika to the inside. Unda, perfect positioning. Low, hard backhand. Julian makes the play. Hard throw, keeping it low. Iñaki called for it. That clears. Zulaika takes it in the air, winds up, fakes the 2-all. Second bounce, scores.
Wow.
What a comeback. Point and set for Zulaika and Julian. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out, play our third and most decisive set.
So we've got a third set coming up here, Stu. Look at this last sequence. Powerful forehand by Julian. Unda, here's the call off. Iñaki, again, that's all he can do. The rebote kicks up high, gets it above his head. And Zulaika with the inside placement there. It scores. 6-5. The Chargers take set number 2.
We were speaking earlier about the multi-factors that can affect a player's game day to day.
Sure, yeah.
And
absolutely.
I have to go back in time for this one, but this is absolutely positively a true story. There's a player who was very consistent in his play in this building. It's probably about 20, 25 years ago. And he just had like 3 days where it didn't seem like the same player. Injury, no injuries, just didn't seem like the same player. Wasn't throwing shots, wasn't moving quite as well. People in the audience were giving him a rough time. And I just happened to be talking with him, and I asked. And he told me something very human was affecting his game. And we'll put it this way. A little more fiber in his diet that week.
Hey, yeah.
For the following week, resolved everything. Hand to God, Absolutely true story.
Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
So you never know, Stu. That's a good point.
You absolutely don't know. And it's very hard to explain that to folks when they come to Jai-Alai fresh. It's like, wait, yes, that guy caught everything yesterday. Yesterday he caught everything. And today he missed 3 balls. What's going on here?
And you can apply that to almost any sport. I mean, I think as fans of this and anything, a little harsh on the players sometimes.
Never. I could never believe such a thing. You or Mr. I forget his last name right now, but you guys harsh on players? Not our players, but I can't believe such a thing is true.
Right, but in fans in general. I mean, people just watching at home, I mean, it's just very hard to get the full scope of what's going on and day-to-day life as a player, It's been a long season, Stu. Started back in the beginning of February here, just about the beginning of May. We got the playoffs on Friday. It's all coming to a great finish here. And a big set for the Chargers. And look, if they can get this one and tie it up 2-2, they still have a chance to win this game day. Up next, Jed and Bradley will take on Aggie and Robin. And if the Chargers win the game day, they would set up a rematch against these Cyclones in the playoffs.
There's a serve. Our third and final set for this match is now underway. Rebote by Iñaki to the inside. Big bounce. Rebote miss. First point of the decisive third set goes to Zulaika and Julian. The Chargers, Zulaika serves.
And just got to slow down if you're the Cyclones. Drop that second set. Things moving quickly here to begin set 3. You want to get off to a good start, but you just got to play the game that got you to this point.
Unda on the catch, backhand, right up the middle. High and hard to the back wall. Rebote coming out to the 2 line. Fire down low by Zulaika. What a play by Unda. Julian maneuvered around Unda very well. Rebote forehand. Julian's there. Iñaki sends it back. Zulaika looks for the rebote, has it, fires it at the side wall, and Unda's there. Julian from the 8. Rebote for Iñaki. Forehand rebote, looking for the bounce. Julian makes the save, little clip, puts it on the left side of Iñaki. Costado, caught in the air by Julian. Carom by Julian, scoop by Iñaki. Iñaki for that high 3-wall play. That goes in and out of Julian's cesta. 1-1, Iñaki serves.
And I liked everything I saw from Julian on that point, and even that miss. It's a tough catch, taking him all the way to the boundary here. Iñaki first time here, puts it inside. Julian steps up, moving the entire way to catch it in the air. The carom is, again, kind of gets himself in bad position here. Iñaki sends it up high. Definitely would have dropped in. That's got a lot of spin. 1-1.
Excellent catch by Julian. Hard throw. Iñaki calls for the rebote. To the inside it goes. Big bounce brought down by Julian. Julian mid-wall. That ball goes right off the tip of Unda's cesta in the backcourt. 2 points for the Chargers. Zulaika and Julian. Zulaika serves.
And we brought up that point about consistency earlier. Well, Julian is the more consistent catcher of the 2, and now you see the misses for Unda into a third set. And emotions running high, and a couple misses following.
Julian from the right side. Unda's there, backhand. Rotate forehand by Iñaki. That was right on the side wall. Difficult play. Julian from the 9. Into the corner. Iñaki calls for the rebote. Makes the save. Zulaika picks it up on the bounce. Here's the backhand. Iñaki, fine catch on the left side. Julian reaching up overhead, has a tip ball. We're tied up. 2-2. Iñaki serves.
And if you're Julian there, you're reaching blind over your head. You know that ball's moving pretty quickly. The rebote's been coming out more consistently the last month of the year. You just don't need to be a hero and make that type of play. It's a very difficult catch, and Zulaika's rebote has been a weapon in this match. Not laying anything up for Inaki, getting good power on it into the backcourt almost every time to limit the opportunities to score.
Julian plays that high to the front wall. Rebote comes out midcourt. Inaki to the inside. Julian picks it up on the bounce. Inaki calls to Rebote, puts it inside. Cut off by Zulaika. What a catch by Inaki. Inaki from the Costalo. Beautiful throw. Zulaika's positioning perfect to make the return. Unda. Powerful throw to the corner. Zulaika's there. Unda on the catch. What a catch by Julian off the bounce at the 10. Rebote by Inaki. Rebote forehand.
Wow.
Took off, hit the overhead screen. Out of play. Third point for Zulaika and Julian of the Chargers. Zulaika serves.
And I'm just looking at the numbers here. I can't remember the last time Inaki threw an overhead screen. Well, that's the first time this year that Inaki and Unda have given one away up there. I mean, his rebote's been so solid. Doesn't get as much power as maybe some other guys, but Inaki is so consistent. That is just something you rarely see. Oh, what a tough serve.
The ace by Zulaika will score. 4 points for Zulaika and Julian of the Chargers. Zulaika serves. What a weapon.
That is a big serve, crosses up high off the sidewall, and it gives it a little extra kick up too when it crosses.
Excellent catch by Unda. Backhand. Powerfully thrown. Caught by Julian. Unda from the 8. Hard to the inside. Julian is there. Julian from the 8 line on the backhand. Rebote comes out. Forehand Rebote to the inside. Julian takes it in the air backhand. Low. Picked up on the scoop at the back wall by Unda. Rebote saved by Inaki. Zulaika's all over it. Cortada caught the pad. A third point for Inaki and Unda. Inaki will take over the serve for the Cyclones.
A golden opportunity missed right there. Zulaika just kicking himself afterwards too. There was space inside, but he just wanted to throw the perfect cortada just above the pad instead of throwing something that still was 100% going to be safely in. Probably a little less likely to score though.
Julian powerfully from the forehand. Unda. Good positioning. Back to the forehand of Julian. Julian again, same spot. Rebote. Inaki's got it. Big bounce, just tipped at the sidewall. 4-4 is the score here in the third set. First to 6 will win it. Inaki serves.
And a perfect placement on that return by Inaki. Got it on the floor, sidewall, and then into Julian's basket as he was trying to make that catch. Changes the spin with every surface that the ball touches. Tripped up Julian there late. A lot of contact.
In and out of the cesta, the ball goes. 5 points for Zuleika and Julin in the third and decisive set, possible match point.
Again, he's just reaching low for a catch that's coming at him pretty fast. You've got to put that control element into it as well, and he just lost it as he tried to do so. What a big serve. Oh,
excellent catch by Undorf. An excellent serve by Zuleika. Zuleika pounds another one. Iñaki makes the rebote.
Oh.
That ball is tipped. We are at 5-5, max number of points. The winner of this next point win the match.
Well, the first time they played, 2 of the 3 sets went to 5-5. It was the first and the second. This time, it's the second and the third. And a win here would give the Cyclones the number 2 seed. If the Chargers win it, Jed and Bradley have a chance up next to secure it.
So what you're saying is that there's no pressure other than the highlight.
There is nothing at stake at all in this throw by Iñaki, or this whole point.
Julin takes the bounce up high, low and hard. Iñaki calls for it. That's very much inside. Beautiful catch by Zuleika. Rebote for Iñaki. To the back. Julin's there. Rebote by Unda to the outside. Oh, what a scoop by Unda. Great catch by Zuleika. Unda on the catch. Backhand from the 8 to the inside. Julin's there.
This is a crazy pace. I don't know how long this point can go on like this.
Big right side by Unda. Big bounce brought down by Julin. Excellent catch by Unda.
They fed him.
Oh, what a scoop. Here's backhand by Julin. It's rare to catch me speechless, but I was speechless. There's the forehand rebote, picked up by Julin in the backcourt. Rebote save is in play. Julin has the catch at the 8, low and hard. Oh,
my
Unda
goodness.
picked that off in the air. What a catch by Julin.
Almost got Unda.
Iñaki's got it. To the inside it goes. Julin looks for the rebote. Catch by Iñaki. Powerful throw. The scoop was juggled. What a point played by all 4 players. Tremendous, tremendous play. That is point set and match for Iñaki and Unda of the Cyclones.
And with that win, the Cyclones secure the number 2 seed. And that's going to end all the mystery there, Stu. So we know what's going to happen, but we'll get you those results after the break here. Zuleika and Julin finish up their season at 4-6. Iñaki and Unda 7-3 after that win. Now let's check out some replays from match number 4. What a thriller this was, Stu. 2 of the 3 sets, 5-5. There was Iñaki going out early. Look at the hustle by Unda. He was everywhere. Forehand over the top, crossing the wall. It opens up. That's saved by Julin, though, going down to the ground. Iñaki's got the carom and able to convert that time around. And Unda here, backhand clips, going outside. Zuleika's there, but not going to get to it before the second bounce. And rebote to the outside. All over it, but just couldn't make the catch. Julin here, big right side to the outside again. Iñaki's positioning, trying to get outside, but well, he was everywhere too, making a good catch. And there's another carom. Scoring from the outside. Forehand here, and that was the one that crossed the sidewall late, tipped by Julin, so that gave the Cyclones the lead. Chargers battling here late. Costado to the inside, catching the air by Julin. This was a tremendous sequence. Carom doesn't open up. Iñaki's got the forehand. He goes high to the outside. Julin running with it. Just couldn't bring it in. And later in this third set, Rabote dropping between the Cyclones. Inaki digs it out. Zuleika,
tipped.
Yeah, there's a one. Yeah, that is a tough catch. Tip ball brought it to 5-5 in the third set. Julian with a Rabote save. Heck of a play by Julian on this last one, but Inaki comes right back to him. In position, but just you see a lot of ball. That was a juggle, and it ends the match in the Cyclones' favor. 6-5 in the last two sets. And there they are, Inaki and Unda, guys. What a win. Unda, you were motioning to the back. Did your basket break on that last point?
Yes, it breaks, so I'm not happy.
Well, we'll ask you too. I mean, what a huge win. You guys lock up the number 2 seed now. As you look ahead, Inaki, I mean, how are you feeling about this duo that finished 7-3 in the regular season?
All-star. Yes, we are.
Yes, you are. You are.
Look, man, what? I forgot the question, but yeah, we feel great. The statistics says that they are so good, so happy.
Awesome, guys. Well, congratulations, and Unda is right, an all-star nod in Division 3. Congratulations, guys. Well done.
Great job.
Thank you.
Division 6 doubles coming up next. That's Jedden and Bradley against Eggy and Robin. So the mystery is over. We'll give you the playoff matchups after this first set here. But we know the Cyclones are the 2 seed. They've already got their 3rd win of the day. All they needed was a tie.
Man, underbroke his cesta. Okie dokie. Time to move on to the next match.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was motioning, and fortunate that the ball didn't come back to him on that last point, too. It would have been...
Ready to begin our next match? Jedden has a serve for Cyclones. Yeah. On the fall down Rabote. It hit so hard that it broke the frame.
Wow.
Here's the serve. We begin. Robin makes the catch. Here's the backhand. Jedden on the catch. Bradley from the 8 line. Powerful throw. Robin's there. Floater. Almost caught. First point goes to Eggy and Robin of the Chargers.
You know, we know where the Cyclones are going to end up as a number 2 seed, a chance for Jen and Bradley. Try to put themselves in the best position to succeed moving forward in the playoffs. If Jen want to take some opportunities, make some shots, well, this is the time to do it.
Powerful throw by Bradley. Eggy on the Rabote right up the middle. High scoop. Powerful throw. Robin makes the save, keeps the ball in play. Jedden attacks with that right side.
Wow, oh, almost.
All tied up, 1-1. Jedden serves.
Yeah, ruled that ball just did touch the ground before Robin picked it up. Second bounce and a first point up for the Cyclones. And Jedden Bradley finishing last year as the All-Stars in Division 6, meaning they had the best record. This year, they've come out at 5-4, so with a win here, a chance for their 2nd in a row.
Fault, underserve. Second serve must be good.
Jen liked that serve.
Either that or someone told a joke.
It was close. He wanted the ace.
Here's Robin on the catch, backhand. Rabote coming out, Jedden. Forehand Rabote, played straight back, caught by Robin. Eggy comes over the top, big right side, big bounce, brought down by Bradley. Rabote. Rabote forehand save by Eggy. Here's Jedden. Robin, good read. Did not have the distance. Second point for Jedden and Bradley of the Cyclones. Jedden serves.
He just didn't come off the back wall with a ton of power. Robin got there, tries to make a one-handed save, but you can see it just failing to reach the front wall. And you know Bradley will move you around with that big right side.
Ball tipped off the serve. Third point for the Cyclones, Jedden and Bragley. Sorry, please finish that thought.
No, I was done, Stu. I was thinking about Eggy, too. It hasn't been one of his better days this year. I mean, misses piling up in the front. Now down 3-1.
Ball, underserve. Second serve, must be good.
And I guess the concern is, you know, for Eggy, like everything has gone so well for him this season, and he really hasn't had to deal with much adversity. You'd hate to start to deal with it now when the playoffs are approaching and that everything's at stake.
Robote coming out. Two guys there. Jedden makes a save.
Good communication.
Bounce to the inside. Robbins there. Backhand. 2-all lands out. A fourth point for Jedden and Bragley. Jedden serves.
Can't fault the idea because there was a ton of space there. You just got to go back to the execution. Pushed it a bit wide. Could have been 3-2. Instead, opens up a 4-1 lead in favor of the Cyclones.
Fault, underserve. Second serve must be good. Ball tipped off the serve. That's 5 points for Jedden and Bragley. Possible set point.
And that one was just a layup. I mean, didn't cross the wall, came right to his left side, a play that he's made all year long and just hasn't quite had it today.
Eggy may have had a really good idea for what he was going to do with that once he caught it. Fault, underserve. There's Robin on the catch, backhand.
Look at Bradley.
Oh, Bradley with a great start, great catch, nice return. Hits a carom, Eggy's on it. Carambola on the return will score. Well played by both Eggy and Bragley. Eggy and Robin get the point. Still a possible set point for Jedden and Bragley.
And maybe that's the throw that Eggy needed to gain his confidence back. I mean, it's a heck of a stunt by Bradley. I mean, combination of foot speed and power. And you love that in the back quarter. And then Eggy, tough catch of his own, goes up high. Look at this angle coming back to the outside.
Powerful, powerful throw by Bragley. Robote coming out. Eggy on the Robote. Up the middle. Eggy stops it. Hard to the inside looking to pass. He does. Robote. Forehand. Robote saved by a Robin. Good positioning. Jedden on the run. Grabs it. A running Tejada will score. Point and set. Jedden and Bragley. 2 minutes. Come back out. Play our next set. I believe that is that the first running Tejada that we've running drop shot rather that we've seen.
I don't think it's the first one here, but it's been a while. It's been a while. He maybe did this earlier in the year. And there's the running drop shot. I mean, he throws it so low and then just flicks it up above the pad and drops it in there perfectly. 2 bounces, and the Cyclones take set number 1. Boy, this is like the old Jedden and Brownlee we saw last season, and no better time to start to figure it out than today.
Whatever you do, don't use that word old around Jedden. He's very, very sensitive about that.
Well, 5-4 only this year, Stu. 8-2 was it last year for Jedden and Bradley. So when the Cyclones had the opportunity to pick both of them up, they had to be pretty happy. I mean, Bradley fell to one of the later picks in round number 5. I believe he was the last pick in round 5 because the Cyclones won the championship the year before. And Jedden was the last pick of the draft. I mean, to get 2 guys that have this experience playing together is the last pick in their respective rounds. I mean, just shows you the depth that has come into this league, and also, you know, how the Cyclones really didn't lose a whole lot from that championship team last year. And we know that the Cyclones are moving on into the number 2 seed. And let's take a look at the standings, because now that we know the matchups will be official. So the Cyclones are moving up to at least 8 points. And because the Cyclones win the tiebreaker over the Fireballs, we know the Cyclones will for sure end up as the 2 seeds. So the 2-3 Cyclones against the Fireballs will be one of the playoffs. And then the second playoff will be Chargers and Renegades. The Chargers, the number 1 seed, and the Renegades, the number 4 seed. If we know who's playing at what time on Friday, we'll let you know before the end of the game day, but those matchups are now set. Cyclones as the 2 against the Fireballs as the 3, and the Chargers as the 1 seed, taking on the Renegades as the 4 seed. Remember, the playoffs are a best-of-7 format. The first team to win 4 matches will advance. All 6 doubles teams will compete. If we're tied 3-3 after all 6 doubles have played, there will be a 1-set tiebreaker determined by the higher-seeded team of the 2. So the Chargers will have to pick, and the Cyclones will have their pick. If we end up tied 3-3, we'll see that on Friday. Still got to finish up the regular season here. Eggy and Robin ready to begin set number 2.
Eggy serves. Our second set has begun. Fault, underserve. Powerful backhand by Bragley. Here's Robin. Jedden comes back to the 6 to make the catch. Robin's there. Bragley off the bounce, hard to the front wall. Rotate forehand save by Jedden. Nicely played. Eggy aggressively on the forehand. Back to the inside. Fine catch by Bragley. First point, second set. Eggy and Robin for the Chargers.
You can tell Jedden even surprised that he missed that one. His catching has been really solid today, and I was impressed with his play in the first match, too. Just got to get back to that form here. That's an overserve.
Fault, overserve. Powerful forehand. High to the front wall by Bragley. Bragley takes that on the bounce. Whoa. One. Jedden serves.
Yeah, it's one of those where you have to give the player a throwing lane. Eggy seemed to be a little out of position, but that throw came very close to his face.
Fault, underserve. Backhand back to the outside.
Yeah, caught it.
Lands in and scores. 2 points for Eggy and Robin. Eggy serves.
Just finding the space here. Goes high with his backhand 2-wall. Jedden can't get there in the air, which means Bradley's the only hope. And he's not moving to the outside too early.
Fine catch by Robin. Here's the backhand. Bragley has it on the right side. Mid-wall placement. Caught in the air by Eggy. Eggy powerfully from the left side. Rebote. Jedden saves the rebote. Robin takes it in the air. Backhand. Ball tipped in the backcourt. A third point for Eggy and Robin of the Chargers. Eggy serves.
And in this level, you're going to see some big differences set to set, point to point. I mean, Division 6, you got the lower ranked players, so again, it just all comes down to consistency, and these guys are a little bit lower than some of the top players on the roster.
Forehand Rebote will take a big bounce, so will Bragley. Good catch by Robin, deep in the backcourt. Ball tipped. Midcourt, 4 points for Eggy and Robin. Eggy serves.
Yeah, and there's Jed just waiting for that ball to come to him instead of just moving up a half step. We said the same thing with Bradley earlier in the day. Just make that catch in the air as comfortably as possible and as close to waist level as you can.
Fault, underserve. Second serve must be good. Double fault, loss of point. 2 points for Jedden and Bragley. Jedden has the serve for the Cyclones.
Yeah, wow, that second serve, not particularly close either. That sailed way beyond the overserve line. And, you know, it's always about who's standing in the box. Well Jedden's not up there in terms of a front quarter that picks a lot of serves either.
After that, you look at control. How much control did he have of the ball after the bounce?
Probably not a whole
Robin on the catch. Here's the backhand. Backhand by Eggy. Rebote for Jedden on the wall the whole way. That falls short. 5 points for Eggy and Robin. Of the Chargers, Eggy serves.
Yeah, but helps all. You put that ball right on the side wall, get a quick point. Can forget about it all right here if you close out this set.
Fault, underserve. Looks like he thought that he caught just the edge of the box on the inside.
He was leaning. He thought it was close. Just a bit short. That one's good.
Bragley powerfully. Scoop attempt missed. Rebote not there. 3 points for Jedden and Bragley. Still possible. Set point for Eggy and Robin.
The leads evaporate pretty quickly here in Divisions 5 and 6. So, again, you see the score, but I think the Chargers know, not all too comfortable.
Fault, underserve.
Now you have to be worried about Eggy. I mean, he is the most aggressive player down in Division 6. But not going to catch that one.
Here's Robin on the backhand to the inside. Bragley is there. The long carom by Bragley will score. Well thrown. 4 points for Jedden and Bragley of the Cyclones. Eggy and Robin with 5. Jedden serves.
Well, I love that, because even if it doesn't score, you're sending a message to Eggy. It's like you just can't play here. I mean, you can't position yourself this far to the inside. Leaves too much court open. He makes him pay. Top of the pad there.
Second serve must be good.
And he's really trying to go for the ace. I mean, just get it beyond the underserve line. But he's missed a majority of the first serves now.
Powerful backhand. Rebote coming out. Jedden on the move. Keeps it in play. Ball tipped by Robin. We're at 5-5 in the second set. So, if Jedden and Bragley are able to win this point, the match will be finished. If Eggy and Robin win this point, move on to a third and decisive set.
Was 5-2, just like that, 5-5. Ed's thinking one good serve still.
Eggy picks a serve, drop shot, scores. Second set goes in favor of Eggy and Robin. See it here on the replay. Good catch.
His costado inside is so good. That is one of the best shots he's executed all year. He sells the fake so well. I mean, I thought he was going 2 walls. So did Jed, and then he just drops it inside at the last second.
It'll be moving on to a third and final set here in just less than 2 minutes.
But the important thing for Eggy, too, is there were a bunch of mistakes throughout the match so far, and just wipe the slate clean now. He makes a great play to get it to a third set, and they like to see, I mean, Migarena coming over to him, hand on the shoulder. I mean, this is the type of veteran leadership that has just been great for Eggy in his first season of play. And then Zuleika coming over, a lot of smiles, just trying to pump him up, because you could tell he was a little dejected out there with some of the misses, and he was a little frustrated with himself. Confidence is so important in anything you do. And for Eggy, he's been playing that way all year.
He's played.
Yeah, I mean, he's been a confident player. He's playing nearly 60% of the balls in Division 6. He's playing over 55% in Division 5. And this is a guy who's just 18 years old in his first year of professional experience. So he has proven it. And he can get it back on track, surely.
Nothing but question marks, you know, in as far as late as January. What's this kid going to do? Well, I can't tell you. We'll have to see.
Came out so strong. I remember his first game day, he won alongside Julin, and then he added another win with Julin. And that team started off 3-0, have kind of fallen off down the stretch. But still, he finished at 5-5 there in Division 5, and with a win here, he would finish 5-5 in Division 6 doubles. Going 500 in your first year, I'd say it's a pretty big success, and only way to go is up there. I mean, just tons of potential.
No question about it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin our third and final set for this penultimate match. Jed will have the serve for the Cyclones.
Still have one match left after this. It will be Division 1 doubles. That's Inaki and Manu against Zuleika and Migarena. But the game day could be over before we get to that. And we do play through all 6 matches here in the regular season. However, when we get to the playoffs in that best of 7, once the first team hits 4 wins, it's over. Third set, Jen ready to serve.
Jed serves. Our third set has begun. Here's Robin. Backhand. Lift it up. Good catch by Bragley on the bounce. Robin calls for it. Backhand from the 8.
Oh, what a tough catch.
Robin now from the 9. High and hard. That will pass. Robote coming to Jed. Jed on the move. He makes the save. Robin, beautiful catch at the side wall. Robote left side. Will score for Eggy. Eggy and Robin first up on the board here in the third and decisive set for the Chargers. Eggy serves.
Well, Jed's catching has been solid today. I mean, that one came right to him. His preferred side, the right, and just snuck by. I mean, Inaki telling him in the cage, don't worry. We already got our half a point. We're going to be okay, but still, he'd like to make some plays down the stretch and get a win.
Big right side by Bragley. Robote fired by Eggy. Robote missed.
Wow. That's
Rather, sorry, the scoop missed. Robote's in play. Here, Jed on the forehand. Eggy, good positioning. Juggling is the call. 1-1. Jed serves for the Cyclones.
A big carambola there. That's why I like that shot. You just don't know where it's coming if you're the opposing front quarter. So you have to not only get yourself in position, but then secure a tough catch that might be coming left or to your right side. You don't really know.
Jedden on the catch. Backhand from the 7 line. Passes. Rebote by Eggy. Up the middle. Caught by Bragley. Powerful forehand by Bragley. Goes wall to wall. Eggy on the forehand. Rebote. Up the middle. Caught by Bragley. Two points for Jedden and Bragley. Jedden serves.
Again, the frustration continues. I mean, for him, it probably feels like he's doing the exact same thing he did a month ago, and the results just aren't the same. I mean, he's doing the same thing with the catch. The ball's not staying in the basket. It's just falling out. Just got to stick with it. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I mean, he's put together a great season. His resume speaks for itself, and they're the #1 seed going into the playoffs.
Backhand. Caught by Jedden. Jedden powerfully from the left side. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand by Eggy. Caught by Bragley.
Oh, my.
Robin on the catch. Backhand from the 8. Bragley again in the corner. Plays it high. Clean miss. Fine save in the front court. Jedden moves in. Right side. Sends it back. Robin's there. Excellent catch again by Bragley on the bounce. Eggy running. Makes the catch. Blasts the backhand. Rebote going to the outside. Jedden on the run. Back to the outside. Eggy makes a stop.
Great
catch
read
by Bragley.
Bradley was all over that.
Excellent Rebote save by Jedden. Carom by Eggy. Stop by Jedden. Jedden goes high. Oh, what a catch at the back wall by Robin.
That was amazing.
Eggy, powerful backhand. Bragley from the 10. Rebote up the middle. Jedden makes the catch. Catch by Bragley. Oh, what a scoop on the forehand of Robin at the back wall. Tremendous play. 2-2.
Robin's had a day today.
Well,
huh?
I was a bit mystified by a lot of what I was seeing, and my announcing wasn't keeping up with my, what was that? What was that?
There's been a lot more than even meets the eye here in this one. But it's been fun, back and forth, 2-2 now in the third set.
Powerful, powerful forehand by Bragley. Eggy on the move. That hits the pad. That's out of play. A third point for Jedden and Bragley. The Cyclones. Jedden serves.
Yeah, and I feel like Bradley's just been the best player on the court in this match. He's just got to take over, call Jedden off, open up that right side. You see Eggy that time, ball approaching the camera. He barely got out to that. And that was just a standard forehand from Bradley. Almost going a home run, almost over his head.
Powerful backhand by Robin. Jedden on the move. Robin makes the catch. Here's the backhand. Powerful backhand. Rebote for Eggy. Eggy, forehand Rebote to the inside. Bragley takes it high on the bounce. Big right side, wall to wall. Rebote coming out. Eggy, left side Rebote, splitter. That ball's caught by Robin. Robin with the 2-all. Jedden stops it. Carambola. Caught by Robin, and he maintains control. And on the hop, there's the backhand. Eggy, powerful forehand Rebote, caught by Bragley.
Watch it.
Fourth point, Jedden and Bragley. Jedden serves.
A little bit of a screen there from Jedden, but he made an attempt to go for this ball. It's been a heavy dose of caroms from Bradley. I mean, you know what's coming. You just can't stop it. He tries to work through the play. If he just stops and puts his hands up, you get that interference call, but he made a clear effort to try to make the catch. And you don't get two chances in Jai-Alai.
Fault, underserve.
Calling the ref off. Wow.
Eggy picks the serve. The 2 all caught the pad. 5 points for Jedden and Bradley in the third and decisive set. This is possible. Match point for the Cyclones.
That's one of the things you always talk about, Stu. After making a complicated catch, you don't overcomplicate the next throw. He went up the wall, didn't need the 2 all after. It would have been very high level. You just don't have as much control as you think sometimes. 5-2, and a chance for Jen and Bradley to get their 6th win of the year.
Robin on the backhand. Bradley has it. What a catch by Robin again. Peek of carom. Bradley missed it on the outside. 3 points for Eggy and Robin. Still possible match point. Eggy serves.
Yeah, Cyclones got to talk. I mean, Bradley probably had the best look at that ball, but he didn't go for it until really the last second. He got a lot assessed on it, but he wasn't prepared to make the catch.
Powerful backhand. Rotate forehand, fire to the inside. Will score. That's 4 points for Eggy and Robin. Eggy has a serve.
Yeah, Bradley goes scrambling back into the corner, so he's not really set up to make a tough catch in the air or on the bounce. He tries to go up the wall, but got to credit Eggy. That was right at Bradley's feet, forcing the miss. Now they got some life. I mean, this one far from over now, 5-4.
Catch by Bradley. Robote, safe play. Ball tipped. Point, set, and match for Jedden and Bradley of the Cyclones.
Late push by Eggy and Robin. They got the second set, but Jen and Bradley able to close it out 6-4 to give the Cyclones the game day win. Big right side here. Eggy lets it pass. It's dropping, and Robin just can't scoop it up. Cyclones win the day. One left to make it official. Inaki and Manu will take on Zulaika and Amigarena.
Bradley on the move, breaking, he got there, blast the forehand, everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit. Sherry up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Sherry picks it up in the front court, whips it inside. Another one.
Game day score reflecting that 4th win of the day by Jedden and Bradley, giving the Cyclones a game day win. So at the end of the regular season, you know the Cyclones are moving to the 2 seed. They have a matchup with the Fireballs on Friday. Jedden and Bradley over in the cage. Let's hear from them. After that win, congratulations, guys. Finishing up your year at 6-4, looking like you're in line to maybe go back-to-back on those all-star bids. Jedden, how are you feeling about the 2nd season in a row playing alongside Bradley?
Well, having the 2nd seed is great for us. We can kind of predict what we want in the game 6. So what's important is we execute like we did. We finished. We made it a little hard on ourselves, but we got to go in the playoffs, make sure we don't make those same mistakes.
And Bradley, for you, I mean, some of the best you've played this year and a lot of offense coming in from the backcourt. Was that part of the strategy, or did you just see the court kind of open up there with Eggy?
Sorry, we got a couple voices on the thing. I can't hear right now.
Asking about the caroms, the shot making a lot of good shots.
What?
Your side on camera.
The carom, yeah.
Hey, Lindsay, I can't hear. Okay, sorry. Say it one more time.
About the caroms. Was that part of the game plan, or did you just see that court open up playing against Eggy?
Yeah. No, I saw the opportunity, so I just wanted to make sure I used it. I think that's one of my best 2 walls. So I figured if I see the opportunity, he's cutting in, I might as well go for it.
Yeah, worked out very well. 6th win of the year for you guys, and clinching the game day. Congratulations.
Right, thank you.
Let's go Clones.
1 match left. It is Division I doubles. Inaki and Manu will take on Zuleika and Migarena. Both teams come into this one with a 7-2 record. Inaki and Manu won the previous matchup earlier in the regular season. That was a 3-setter early in February. Yeah, game day's already been decided. Prize money on the line for these guys. And also, whoever wins this match, well, that team will finish as the Division I Doubles All-Stars. Again, you'll be seeing that coming from the Jai-Alai League social media. The All-Star just means the best record in your group. There's the serve, and we begin our final match of the day.
Here's the backhand by Manu. Migarena takes it on the bounce. Backhand from the 8 line. Manu on the left side, deep from the backcourt. Keeps it on the side wall. Zuleika fires one. Low to the inside, that scores. First point, the match goes to Zuleika and Migarena. Of the Chargers, Zuleika serves.
Yeah, 2 of the best Division I teams facing off right here. I mean, more defensive-minded, but you've got Inaki up there and Zuleika, who both will take the opportunities and have costados that could just kill you if you give them many chances.
Here's the backhand by Migarena. Powerful forehand by Inaki. Zuleika looks for the forehand rebote. Crosses the wall. Manu stops it. Inaki on the left side. Here's the backhand. Manu from the side wall to 10 line. Here's the backhand. Inaki from the 7. Outside placement of the forehand rebote. A red by Inaki. Karam by Inaki on the return will score. 1-1. Inaki of the Cyclones serves. Here we have the replay. See Zuleika going straight to the outside. Inaki read it perfectly. Zuleika's not locked up on the inside, but sufficiently to the inside where Karam made sense. Very much scored. 1-1 first set for our last match. Migarena low to the inside. Inaki going in, cannot make the catch. 2 points for the Chargers. Zuleika and Migarena. Zuleika's, Inaki rather, has been spot on throughout the day. Just had to reach out a bit more than normal for that one. He picks this serve, drops it inside. 2 bounces. It scores. 2-2, Iñaki serves for the Cyclones. Catch the ball and throw the ball where your opponent's not, especially if you can do it off the serve. It was a good serve by Zuleika, but Iñaki managed to stop it down low, right around his ankles. Tough catch. Migrena to the inside. Manu. Bote forehand, straight back. Manu gets into the corner, makes a fantastic catch behind the 10 line. Manu calls Iñaki off, puts it right back in the corner. There's a backhand by Manu. Into the corner, out to the rebote. Zuleika is there. Wall to wall, up the middle. Here's Iñaki. Rebote forehand fired by Zuleika, scooped up beautifully by Manu. Backhand 2-all. Oh, scooped up by Iñaki. He read that well. Here's the backhand. Into the corner, Migrarena's there. There's the backhand. Iñaki stops at midcourt. Powerful. Robote to the inside. Manu turns to make the save. It hits the pad. Pad is bad. 3 points. Zuleika and Migrena. Zuleika serves.
Look, it's just a defensive save. I mean, comes up on Manu so quickly. He's trying to turn it inside, going for a little more of a bounce. Again, just escaping a little bit and catching that overhead pad.
Manu keeps the backhand low. Migrena makes the save. Puts it inside. Little bounce. Backhand. Rebote left side. Manu makes the catch on the bounce. Great read by Migrena. Manu changes things up. Drops it in light. Migrena was there, could not bring it in. 3-3. Iñaki serves for the Cyclones.
Manu from the outside here again takes a lot off of it, ensures that it hits above the pad. And God, the angle is so tough as it crosses the sidewall. He's moving down on it. The timing has to be perfect. He's got to line it up. Just not there. 3-3. Trading points here in this Division I match.
Low hard backhand by Migrena. Caught in the air by Iñaki. Iñaki calls for it. He'll make the save. Big bounce. Migrena maneuvers into the 6th line. Backhand. Little clip. Take it on the forehand of Manu. 2-all. Thrown beautifully by Zuleika. At Karam lands out. 4 points for Zuleika and Migrena. Here in the first set, Zuleika serves.
Well, it's a great opportunity again. Iñaki's been throwing the carom actually really well this season. You see how these are opening up? It becomes even more difficult from the outside. You just get too much angle. You see it just catches a piece of the wood.
Low runner to the inside. Scooped up beautifully by Migarena. Manu really bounced this backhand. Manu again, powerful backhand right to the corner. Stopped at the 10 line.
Oh, my.
Manu again fires another one. It looks like he's seeing whether or not he can break the ball. Another powerful backhand by Manu.
He's throwing it hard. Yeah.
Ball tipped in the front court. 4-4 is the score. Iñaki serves. I mean, he was throwing that so hard. When you see him lean, when you see the lean is basically, it's hard to describe the rest of the body language in a second or two, but as he's pushing.
All day long, he's had like another gear today,
Yeah,
like a half a
exactly.
gear. He's been throwing it hard, and his catching, I mean, he juggled one, but it doesn't even count as a miss, according to Ethan. So that's just a juggle. It's been flawless.
Robote coming out. Zulaika, eyes on the ball. Keeps it low to the front wall. Manu sends it wall to wall. Iñaki, cross court to make a great play. Robote forehand. Manu scoops it up. Backhand to the inside. Right to the corner. Out to the Robote. Zulaika sends it back. Gustavo, 2-all, is out. 5 points for Iñaki and Manu. Possible set point.
Now Zulaika throughout the year, he's just gotten better and better with the kill shots. He finishes up, I mean, top 5. I mean, he's 4th, 72 kills in 141 attempts. That kill rate is good enough for 4th on the roster, too. And that's what's surprising. When you hear the numbers and his splits and how few touches he has, but then you look at his kills and his kill rate, that's what makes Zulaika one of the top front quarters.
Iñaki, backhand from the 7. Migarena, low to the inside. Manu's there. Manu powerfully, little clip. Ball goes to the outside. Zulaika's there. Manu takes it on the bounce. Another powerful backhand headed for the corner. Robote is low. Zulaika handles it beautifully. Robote forehand, straight back. Migarena from the 8 line. It's going to bounce. Manu scoops it. Manu calls for it, makes the catch, rifles it to the corner. Migarena stops it again. Iñaki, backhand from the 6. Caught in the air by Migarena. Zulaika gets in there. 2-all caught by Iñaki, and the 2-all return will score. Point and set for Iñaki and Manu. 6-4.
Zulaika here. Drop. Well, splitter, excuse me. And Iñaki's able to make the catch in the air. I mean, it's great positioning. And then when he does, 2-all from the outside, gets it to open up wide. What a shot that was. And able to close out the set 6-4. Iñaki and Manu.
And one question that I have gotten frequently over the years about, a player like Manu is, okay, well, I do see what you're talking about when I go back and I see that there is something different about these throws. He seems to be more locked in. He seems to be more serious and throwing harder. Why doesn't he do that all the time? This is something that comes up frequently. And it really doesn't have anything to do with preserving that energy to extend a game day. It really doesn't. there's some players who play like that 100%. They tend to have fairly short highlight careers. They just do. 5, 6 years or 10 years that they can possibly on top. In this case, he got into setting the pace for the other team aggressively, and Migarena was there catch by catch and throw by throw, and then he backed off. Then he backed off just a bit. But by the same token, if you play that way every time you go on the court, all the guys that he's playing with can play the same way. Yeah. So they know exactly where to be, where to make those catches, and that's what the case was with the Migarena. So you conserve that energy, and you do what Manu does. Make all those great catches throughout the season, place the ball where your opponent's not.
It's worked out well not only this season, but the last few. Inaki and Manu did win the earlier matchup against Zulaika and Migarena. It was a 3-setter. We said at the top of the broadcast, or the top of this match. However, we didn't mention that the third set was 5-5. So another one that was just so close the first time they matched up. What's going to happen today? Well, the Chargers need this second set to push it into a third. Inaki and Manu, 7-2 this year. Their 2 losses have been to Urrutia Nicholas and Gosheri and Ubia. So it's really Gosheri and Urrutia are from kind of the same mold of front quarter that are just so athletic and just so fast when you're out there. It's just really hard to keep up. Outside of that, Inaki and Manu have been pretty dominant. Second set just about ready to begin. Zulaika making his way out there. And now this is a Chargers team that lost to Gosheri and Ubia back on April 16th, and at risk of dropping another one here to Inaki and Manu. I mean, we said the record would be 7-2 right now, but it could have lost 2 of their last 3. We'll see if they can turn it around. Begins right now with the serve.
Scoop off the serve. And the carom is out of bounds. First point goes to Zulaika and Migarena of the Chargers.
Well, Inaki scoops this one. I mean, comes low in the service box, makes a play. And everything but the finish there.
Manu on the backhand, powerfully thrown. Robote. Robote forehand over the top by Zulaika. Migarena takes it off the wall. Into the corner, Manu is there. Manu called Inaki off that one. There's the backhand, little clip. Inaki has it, backhand. Migarena on the backhand to the inside. Here's Inaki pulling it off the wall. Rotate forehand fired by Zulaika. Manu, beautiful Robote. Manu again, this time from the 9. High and hard to the inside, out to the Robote. Zulaika fires Robote even lower. Inaki cuts this one off. Robote saved by Manu. He keeps it alive. Zulaika with a reach, makes the catch. Cortada scores. 2 points for Zulaika and Migarena of the Chargers here in the second set. Zulaika serves.
Inaki just got in there before that ball crossed the side wall. He did the right thing, made the catch as easy as possible for him. But still just so well thrown, low by Zulaika. Took a little bit off of it. Well thought out. It's a 2-0 lead.
Low hard backhand to the inside, scooped up by Migarena. Robote, that rebound off the back wall. Saved by Iñaki. Zulaika from the 2 line. That's in and scores. Third point for Zulaika and Amigarena. Zulaika serves.
And again, you see that throw before. Iñaki just laying it up. It was tight to the side wall, forcing a very defensive Robote, and Zulaika makes him pay. No hesitation with the 2 wall. Opens it up nicely there from the inside.
Beautiful backhand by Manu to the 10. Manu overhead. Iñaki takes that overhead on the left side. Puts it back inside. Low runner straight up the wall. Robote forehand. That hit the overhead screen. Will be no shutout in this set. Iñaki and Manu have one. Iñaki has the serve.
Well, you got to credit Zulaika, too, with all that power. That's the first one that's gotten away from him today on the Robote, and he's been sending him deep into the corner consistently.
Iñaki midcourt, backhand from the 6. Robote. Zulaika's looking for the Robote. Forehand Robote fired from the 2 line. Low and hard to the inside. What a scoop by Amigarena. Amigarena just has this countenance about him that no matter what you throw at him, he's somehow going to make it work.
Like that.
Like that.
It flicks it up over his head.
Philo from Iñaki will score. 2 points for Iñaki and Manu. Iñaki serves.
But then again, if your back is to the front walls, you're saving a Robote, probably not likely to win many points. I mean, it's just a defensive save and straight to the outside. Beat
There's not a lot
into
you
the
can do.
net.
I mean,
no.
not a lot you could do with it. I think
That was
earlier,
the only hope.
someone did something with it earlier. Might have been Iñaki.
Hara had that outside placement from the inside. I don't know if that's what
that
you're referring
could have
to.
been
That was early in the day, but yeah, that was the most we've seen done with very little on the Robote.
Amigarena to the inside. Manu pulls that right off the side wall. Robote.
It's the difficult
the left
catches,
side
too.
of Zulaika. Amigarena again. Backhand. Manu's there. He calls for it. Backhand from the 8 line. Coming up the wall. Zulaika cuts that off low at the 6 line. Well done. Robote. Robote forehand. Zulaika makes a save on the Robote. Passes Iñaki. Manu is there. What a catch by Iñaki. Good read. He comes cross court. Robote save. Iñaki has it. Backhand. Straight to the inside. Robote save by Zulaika. He just got that up there. Iñaki has it, throws the carom, that scores. 3-3 in the second set. Iñaki serves.
Well, it's amazing. I mean, all these points have been kind of a carbon copy of one another. Just eventually one team is laying up a Robote. The other team is capitalizing and throwing a shot. I mean, it's just good high-level doubles play. Back and forth here, 3-3 in set 2. And what we've seen too, both of these teams will have their choice of a tiebreaker match in the playoffs. Historically, we've seen top-level teams in those tiebreakers, which you would, Inaki and Manu for the Cyclones and Zulaika and Migarena. The only problem is this year, the Division I doubles has been so balanced. I mean, you really want to play those guys with the season on the line. Anybody can kind of beat anyone to 6 points.
That's an excellent point. Forehand Rebote. Played a pass, but stopped by Migarena.
Yeah, no Rebote there.
A 4th point for Iñaki and Manu. Iñaki serves.
And back to that point, Stu, we just said in the numbers, Inaki and Manu lost to Urrutia Nicholas. So do you think there's, I would still think there's a good chance that you could see this team out there in a tiebreaker. If we need it, of course, the game day has to be tied 3-3. We've seen more ties this year, which would lead you to believe that there's a higher likelihood. But as parity is increased across the league, Stu, the importance of the tiebreaker is lessened, I think.
Not everybody likes that word, though, from what I understand.
It's okay. Do. Well, Nate's happy today. They got the win.
Backhand by Migarena to the inside. Manu is there. Manu fires another one from the left side. Zulaika passes. Inaki sends that one deep. It clears the overhead screen. Is this a home run? No, it's not. Zulaika stops it. Big bounce, stopped by Manu. And Migarena's there. And Migarena with the scoop. Backhand. Low runner. Oh, what a catch by Zulaika. That was a bullet coming up the wall, and it's just like, if he didn't have the cest on, it's like Manu took 2 fingers and snatched it off the wall. Yeah. It's a backhand by Manu to the inside. Migarena again. Iñaki. To the Rebote. Zulaika fires it straight back. Manu is there. Good catch by Iñaki. Excellent positioning. A little clip. The 2-all is in and scores. 5 points for Iñaki and Manu. Possible. Set and possible match point.
Yeah, nasty right here. First great reach by Inaki. That's difficult to control. Great cortada, which Migarena stops, but then a little clip here gives it right back to him on the costado. Zulaika's there, but boy, look at how this one opens. I mean, doesn't even make a great effort to get out to it. He knew he was dead. 5-3, and a chance for Inaki and Manu to make this a 5-1 game day for the Cyclones as they head to the playoffs next.
Backhand by Migarena. Manu blasts it to the inside, and Migarena stops it. Low and hard from Migarena. Returned by Iñaki. Iñaki on the forehand. Karam stopped by Zulaika.
On the pad.
Karam attempt by Zulaika caught the pad. Point, set, and match for Iñaki and Manu. Winning it in straight sets, 6-4, 6-3.
And a 5-1 day for the Cyclones. They defeated the Chargers twice in their 3 game days in the regular season. And with that win, Cyclones lock up the 2 seed. We'll hear from Inaki and Manu in just a few moments.
Yo, check it out. Another promo from Hard Rock Bet.
A Hard Rock Bet promo at the Hard Rock Bet party. That's so meta.
No, that's not meta. That's meta.
You think this is meta? This isn't meta. That's meta.
Hey, what's up, Meta?
Man, you're so meta.
Open the Hard Rock Bet app to see your new promos today.
Hey, another promo from Hard Rock Bet.
Now that is meta.
No, I am meta. I don't even know which one is the real me. You're meta.
I'm not even sure what that means anymore.
And let's take a look at that game day score. 5-1 winner for the Cyclones over the Chargers. You see the bottom row there are season-long standings. The Cyclones jump into second, which means they have a matchup with the Fireballs in the playoffs. I'm over in the cage with the winning team, Inaki and Manu. Another great season for you guys. I mean, 8-2 after undefeated last year in the regular season. How you guys feeling as you look ahead to the playoffs, Inaki?
I think we are a good team. We're still a good team. We changed the court. Everything is new, but I think we did a nice job, and the team, like a partners, and also all the team, like the Cyclones.
Yeah, and Manu, for you, I mean, just fabulous play today. Don't really know if you missed a ball, but from the start of the year, the Cyclones have been one of the favorites. Now you know you're the 2 seed. What are you looking for against the Fireballs Friday?
We know that it's going to be a very, very difficult because it's a very good team. But we are happy the way we finished the season, because we had a bad time in the middle of the season. But I think that we made a pretty good effort, the team, everybody. We never give up, and we're happy.
Awesome, Manu. Thank you very much. Congratulations, guys. Let's take a look at the standings here before we depart. Let's see there, the Cyclones moving up into second place. 8.5 points. The Fireballs in third and the Renegades in fourth. So now we can make it official. We have heard the schedule. The Cyclones and the Fireballs will be playing in the first playoff at 3 p.m. and the Chargers and Renegades will be playing in the nightcap at 7 p.m. Again, the 2-3 matchup between the Cyclones and Fireballs, 3 p.m. on Friday, and the Chargers and Renegades, the 1-4 matchup, will be at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Playoff doubleheader on Friday. Things are just heating up here in the spring season. Hope to see you back here Friday night.